H33 by James Carey.
Charles, I've managed to find some possible wheel settings on this message from a unit in Bergen. I was going to take them down to the machines in Hut 9.
Gordon, quiet.
Oh, sorry. Are you trying to concentrate?
No, I'm trying to sleep.
What's the matter?
I'm exhausted. Thanks to you and Archie being out last night, I was left alone with Mrs. Best, a woman more desperate for sex than an adolescent Italian rabbit.
I'm sorry, but I was at Cubs.
No, so you're running a little cub pack?
No, I'm in Cubs.
Gordon, you're 17. Surely you should be a scout by now.
That's what I said to Mum, but she won't let me until I've got all my badges. I can't do the one where you start a fire with twigs.
Gordon, let me get this straight. You have an IQ of 186, and if you were in a maths class with Einstein, he'd be copying your homework.
So?
So, starting fire isn't beyond the wit of a simple Neanderthal. Like this fine specimen. Homo Geordius. Witness the primitive attempt at speech.
All right.
Ah, the monkey talks.
Well, if I'm Homo Geordius, you're Homo... Actually, you're just a homo.
Oh, a homosexual joke. Very good.
Guys, let's not argue.
No, I'm sorry. I just assumed Archie was a gibbering primate because he seemed to have forgotten our agreement.
Well, we don't talk about politics, sport, religion, the war. In fact, we just don't talk.
No, the other agreement about Mrs. Best.
Oh, yeah. The chaperone agreement.
Yes, where you don't leave me alone with that woman.
In hot pursuit, is she?
Well, I took the usual precautions. I bolted the window. I pushed the wardrobe against the door. But her attempt to tunnel from the bathroom took me by surprise.
Surely she cannot be that desperate.
Well, she is, especially after the butcher got conscripted, and the locksmith moved away, and the bobby put his back out, and the greengrocer got gout, and the local regiment got sent to North Africa.
Sorry, I was out watching a film.
Ooh, what was it?
The Bletchley Communist Society was screening Eisenstein's Story of the Working Man's Tractor. And to be honest, it's not as good as it sounds.
I don't really know how that's possible. I think I'd rather have a hot spatula pressed on my eyeball.
No. It was about collectivised beetroot farming in the Krasnodar region, showing you everyday life. And they did show you every day.
I heard you guys only turn up for the free vodka.
Shut up. Although it did make the 4 hours go a little faster. And I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to part 2. The harvest.
What on earth was part 1?
Planting. And waiting. I drank a lot of vodka.
Morning, H33.
Not quite so loud, Josh.
Trotsky's a little delicate after the vodka last night.
Oh, you must be careful, Archie. In the Great War, my father was nearly court-martialed for drinking on duty.
What did he do?
He downed a bottle of scotch, called his own regiment a bunch of woofters, got into a tank, and advanced 15 miles.
Why was he nearly court-martialed for that?
Well, as Field Marshal Haig put it, what if everyone got into a tank and advanced 15 miles? Then where would we be?
Well, eventually, Berlin.
Right, well, on with the day's business. I have to inform you that there is going to be a royal visitor at Bletchley Park.
Wow, which one?
At the moment, that information is classified.
When are they coming?
At the moment, that information is also classified.
And when do we find out more?
That information is also classified.
Well, I'm glad we've had this little chat.
It's all hush-hush for security reasons, and our royal visitor also wants the visit to be a surprise, so he sees a true picture of life here at Bletchley Park. So everything needs to be cleaned, polished, and tidied.
We're not downing tools and sweeping and mopping just for some inbred big knob with 12 webbed toes.
Archibald, that is treason.
No, it isn't. I'm just expressing my views in a free country. That is why we went to war.
No, it isn't. I thought we went to war because we're due for one.
Josh, we went to war because Germany invaded Poland.
Really? When? I didn't hear about that.
It was 2 years ago.
Oh, that's not all. Someone really ought to do something.
Yes, Josh, I think that's why we've been at war for the last 2 years.
Right. Good old us. Well done. Carry on.
Evening, Mrs. B.
All right, gents. What'll it be?
Do you have any wine?
Oh, yes.
that isn't made from dandelions or root vegetables.
Ah.
Oh. Well, a dry sherry then. Gordon, can I get you anything?
Actually, I'm meeting Minka.
Oh.
It's nothing like that, except I don't know where I'm supposed to be meeting her.
Hello.
Minka, how do you do that?
Camouflage is Polish word.
Actually, I think you'll find it's from the medieval French. Although its true derivation is unclear. And although there's a war on, you just can't go around carrying a Bren gun.
Is for Gordon.
For me? What for?
This thing called Cubs is like Polish youth resistance, yes?
Not really.
You have badge for shooting, yes?
Yes, but with an air rifle, not a machine gun.
Air rifle is no good for killing Nazis. I did it once. It took so long. All weekend. Pop, pop, pop. Ow, ow, ow. Still, gave me time to enjoy.
Minka, I don't think you've quite understood the scout movement. They have badges for swimming, camping.
Interrogation.
No.
Sabotage.
Again, no.
Blowing up bridge.
Minka, I just need to get my fire starting badge.
That is easy. We just find a warehouse.
No, just a small fire.
I see. Just cottage. Or this pub.
Oi, do you mind?
Minka, it's a small fire.
We burn postbox.
No!
Postman?
No!
So, Charles, it's just you and me then.
Actually, it's you and I.
Oh, dear, Professor. Have I failed my English test? Do I deserve a spanking?
No.
I've got my own paddle.
Archie, there you are. Good to see you. Come in and join us.
What's the matter with you? You haven't been in this good a mood since the varsity boat race and they found that limpet mine on the Cambridge port side.
Just trying to be friendly. Let me get you a drink.
Not for me. I'm off to see me film.
Good for you, Archie. Have a good night. Bye.
No, Archie, stay. Tell us about what you're going to see. What is it? Eisenstein's Part 2, The Harvest?
We're skipping that and going straight to the exciting part. Pickling.
Even better.
It's only 4 hours if you include the extra reel in which they put the tops on all the jars.
So, you'll be gone for 4 hours. Interesting. Charles, what could you and I do that takes 4 hours?
A jigsaw? Although I am tempted by this film, Archie. Count me in.
Oh, but you said you'd rather have a hot spatula rubbed in your eye.
Really? Did I say that?
You did.
But didn't we have an agreement?
We did. A gentleman's agreement. But, as you never tire of saying, I am not a gentleman. In fact, I'm Homo Jodius. Good night.
So, Charles, what could we do that just requires the two of us?
A suicide pact?
Archie, those messages from Bergen appeared to show some kind of anti-aircraft. You okay?
Still a bit hungover. I needed to drink quite a lot to get through the film. Especially the bit where they put the lids on 6,000 jars. How was your lesson in fire making?
Pretty good, actually.
You look surprised. Oh, your eyebrows have gone.
Minka got me 2 badges in one. Lighting fires and riverside cookery. She set fire to an otter while it was still in the water. It was some flamethrower.
Morning, Charles. Did you have a lovely night in with Mrs. B?
Oh, she was like a dog after a... Actually, it's a bad simile to use, I'm afraid.
So, she's closing in on you?
Yes, which is why I spent most of the night making a decoy of myself out of papier-mâché.
Pay attention, H33. I have orders for the royal visit.
Oh, who are we getting? I hope it's one of the important ones. The most royal person I've ever met was when our school gym was opened by Princess Stephanie.
Who's Princess Stephanie?
She's the Duchess of Cornwall's second cousin twice removed.
And she married her first cousin once removed, becoming her own stepdaughter and great-aunt.
All I remember is she had enormous ears, and at lunchtime she physically couldn't close her mouth when she ate.
It probably won't be her. We're an intelligence unit. They'll send Prince Henry, Duke of York.
Oh, he's the clever one, isn't he? The one that can nod and point at the same time.
Real swot.
What about the Duke of Cumbria? He's nice.
He's a charming man, but he's been keeping a low profile since,
He shot his butler.
No, he didn't shoot him. Well, he did shoot him, but he wasn't to know that you can't reenact William Tell with a blunderbuss.
Easy mistake to make if you're inbred, drunk, and mental.
What about Prince George, Duke of Kent?
Isn't he a Nazi spy?
The Duke of Kent? A Nazi spy? That's treason.
Either way, given all the suspicions, they're hardly going to send the Duke of Kent to a secret place like this.
Well, whoever it is, the orders are as follows. For the royal visitor, visually informative displays will be made for the inspection by all non-essential code-breaking huts. These huts are Hut 33... That's it. Carry on, Hut 33.
Gordon, how were Scouts?
Great, except I've now been banned from the Scout movement for life.
I'm guessing Minka's involved in this.
Maybe.
Well, everything was going fine until Minka turned up at the brownies next door.
They may be little girls, but they need to know how to kill Nazi with hairpin.
I reckon they would have overlooked that, and the bit where you issued each of them with grenades.
Oh dear.
But I think it was the putting Brown Al's head through a window that did it.
They fascists.
Fascists?
They wear brown dress, like brown shirts. They even have salute. Dib-dibby, same as Sieg Heil.
Oh, Minka. They're not in league with Hitler.
Huh, you believe their propaganda because they give out cookies.
Don't be ridiculous.
Although they are very nice.
It's okay. I have last laugh. Ha, you see? That's me. I laugh. Ha.
So, what do we have here?
It's a wall display explaining all the stuff we do here in the hut.
Oh, it's not very detailed, is it?
No, Josh, that's the wall. The display's over here.
With you.
Let me explain. This diagram here shows how we break the wheel settings, send them to Hut 9, put them through the machines where they're broken, decrypted, and then brought back here so Charles can translate them into English.
Right, so we're in a place where messages are turned into English so we know what the Germans are doing.
Yes.
Oh, will that be the Germans now?
No, they don't phone the messages through.
That's hardly fair. Hut 33. Yes, sir. Right, sir, yes. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Goodbye, sir. Very odd. That was Colonel Standring. He said the royal visit is in 2 hours and it's the Duke of Kent.
Of course, they're sending a spy.
The Duke of Kent is not a spy. Probably. He's just a keen amateur photographer of airfields, docks, and military installations. Yeah, he's a spy, isn't he? Yes.
No one is saying he's a spy. Although Colonel Standring did just say, hide everything and think up a cover story.
We could say we're army statisticians.
Oh, I know. We could say we're a decoding unit.
We
are a decoding unit.
Yes, of course.
Why do we have to go to Hut 9?
Security, Gordon.
That doesn't really answer my question, Josh.
It's perfectly obvious. We can't stay on our own huts. We all know too much.
Josh, you barely know who you are.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm Joshua I've got it written down somewhere.
So, we all have to move huts so we don't give away its secrets because ignorance is safety.
Exactly. That's why I'm considered the safest person on site. So, I'm giving the Duke the guided tour.
You must be very proud.
Here's Hut 9. Now, the Colonel has said that on no account must the Duke see these machines. Your job is to think up a convincing cover story. Hello? Right, yes. Goodbye. Right, the Duke's here. I need to go and meet him at the gates. See you later.
What do you call a duke?
You call him Your Highness, and when you meet him, you bow and wait for him to speak. And then...
Look, can we just get on with this cover story? If he tells Hitler about all this kit, we're finished.
Archie, it's quite simple. If the Duke insists on coming in here, we need only to send out an oily working-class type in overalls saying it's not safe.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, you yourself said that you're not a gentleman and a proud member of the proletariat.
All right, it's from a country. What do I have to say?
Just that there's heavy machinery malfunctioning in the hut, which is unsafe for the royal person to be near. He's very vain.
But what if he insists on coming in?
I kill him.
Minka, where are you?
I told you camouflage is Polish word.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, now that is impressive. You've disguised yourself as a notice board.
This is true. I wait. He look at interesting map of Bletchley, I stab in head.
I like your thinking, but it might just cause more problems.
It is considered to be bad form to assassinate, well, anyone, really.
Ha! You are weak, like brown owl. Oh, look at me. Don't give the little girls grenades.
Minka, we're already in enough trouble. Please don't kill the Duke of Kent. Cavey, they're coming.
This is the parade ground, Your Holiness.
Your Holiness? I think you're confusing me with the Pope.
Oh, yes, sorry. This is the parade ground, yours sincerely.
Yes. Is it really?
That's some gravel. That is a shrub.
Yes.
That's the sun. Oh, is that a pigeon?
Look, can you please show me something interesting? Like that young man over there.
This is Gordon.
Hello, young man.
Your Highness.
And what do you do?
This and that, Your Highness.
This and that. Oh, we're not going to win a war with a bit of this and that, now are we?
No, Your Highness.
No, Your Highness. Although, what about a bit of the other? How old are you?
17, Your Highness.
Not you, then. Oh, hang on. Is that Charles Gardner? It is. Oh, hello, old thing.
Your Highness.
A long time no see. The Ribbontrops are beginning to think you've gone off them.
Yeah. Well, there is a war on.
Oh, why let a little war get in the way of a beautiful friendship? We should be making peace with the Germans. I mean, it's just a small squabble over Poland.
Poland and France, Your Highness.
And Holland, Belgium, Denmark, Greece, Russia.
All those countries as well. Are we all against the Germans? Because that hardly seems fair.
Yeah, I so agree. Hitler may have a few rough edges, but he talks a lot of sense on transport policy and...
Ruthless world domination?
Yes, very good. Yes, I've missed you, Charles. Did we ever...
No, Your Highness.
Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. So, it's chaps only in the huts, is it?
I was hoping to introduce you to Minka, but she seems to have...
Your Highness.
You startled me.
Minka is from Poland. She escaped before the Nazis arrived.
Not true. Nazis arrive in my town. Bang, bang. No Nazis. Then I leave.
Oh, a brave and plucky Pole. Good for you. I'd like to shake your hand.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, Your Highness. If you'd like to step through here, we've done some wall displays on the logistical and administrative front.
Oh, how dull. I thought this place would be much more exciting. I know you're all boring, spotty boffins, but come on, really. I mean, oh, what's that?
What's what, Your Highness?
That noise.
Noise?
Well, it sounds like heavy machinery. I like heavy machinery. Takes me back to my days in the Navy. Wonderful times. I was as happy as, well, as a Nancy boy on a boat full of sailors.
Why don't you step this way?
No, the sounds are coming from that hut there.
Your Highness.
Ah, grease monkey, how divine.
I'm afraid I cannot let you into this hut, Your Highness.
And he's from Geordie land. Oh, dreamy. What's your name? The cat got your tongue?
No, sorry. My name's Archie, and the machinery's malfunctioning. It's too dangerous to
Oh,
go
I'll
in.
be fine.
No, Your Highness, please. You're just too precious to risk.
Oh, you think I'm precious? Oh, you are sweet. Isn't he sweet? So lovely. Mind you, Petal, I think I'm a bit out of your league.
No, not precious to me. Precious to the country.
Oh, am I not precious to you then, Sweet Pea?
No, I meant, do you just call me Sweet Pea?
You know, you're quite a lamb when you're all confused.
Perhaps Your Highness would like to see the main house.
Well, all right, but I want to see in there. It sounds very exciting.
This way, Your Highness.
Maybe I'll see you later. Archie Barchie.
Evening, Mrs. B.
All right, lads, what'll it be?
6 whiskies, each with a pint chaser.
Blimey, what's got into you?
Nothing, thankfully.
He just met the Duke of Kent.
Ah, and you'd be just his type. Although it's not just men he likes.
Oh, Mrs. B,
There may have been a time when our paths crossed in the West End.
I can't believe it. Mrs. B, you and Prince George.
Let's put this into context, shall we? He's not picky and knows Mrs. B.
What I don't understand is why the Prince talked to Archie as if Archie was a girl.
Gordon, I think we need to have a little talk about people like the Prince. Let's put it this way. Some men play rugby union. Some play rugby league.
Right, I'm not with you.
And put it this way. Rugby union is the more popular of the two. But the Prince likes to scrum down in rugby league.
They don't really have scrums in rugby league.
That is true.
Right. The Prince likes to ruck with men.
They don't really ruck either.
In league, isn't it all about tackle?
Yes, and for the Duke, it's also about the tackle.
Right. Archie, what's he talking about?
No, forget it.
Well, say what you like, he's a very good-looking bloke, isn't he, Minka?
I'm not Minka. I'm Mindy the Brownie, dib-dib.
Now, that is a scary sight.
And I thought brownies wore a sash, not belts of ammunition.
Minka, what are you doing?
I infiltrate brownies.
For the last time, they're not fascists.
Brown Owl in league with Oswald Mosley. So, I find Brown Owl. She take me to Oswald Mosley. He say, "Ooh, hello, little brown shirt." I stab in head.
Minka, stabbing anyone in the head is frowned upon.
Although, in Mosley's case, it could go either way. You know, you might get 7 years or an OBE. You just can't tell.
It's okay. I have plan B.
Minka, I really wouldn't... Where's she gone?
Ah, good. I thought you'd be here. I've got a note from the Duke of Kent.
A general thanks for having me.
Dear Archibald, the heavenly grease monkey.
What?
I'm wondering if you need any help oiling those big machines. I'd be more than happy to put on some overalls and show you just how precious I can be. Yours, Kent.
Look, he's put some kisses.
Kisses from a man. Must be something he picked up on the continent.
It's not the only thing he's picked up from the continent.
So, you and the Duke will have this saloon bar to yourself.
I'm not going through with it.
Yeah, the overalls are there. He'll probably ask you to put them on and then take them off.
I'm not putting on some oily overalls so some lecherous prince can leer at me. It's degrading.
Archie, it's a matter of national security. We've got to keep him busy so he doesn't poke around Hut 9.
No, but it's all right if he pokes around me.
Oh, come on, Archie. Can't you just take one for the team?
Look. It's all right for you two. You both went to public school. It's practically on the curriculum there. You know. Classics, French, sex with the housemaster. Anyway, why can't Colonel Standring just say he cannot go in there?
Because he's a prince of the realm and he outranks all of us. He was in the Navy.
He's a rear admiral.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Archie, I've told you, you won't actually have to go through with it. Just play along and have a drink, and then I'll come in and say that there's a problem with the valves in Hut 9 and the Duke can't be there for safety reasons.
I suppose that could work, but just don't leave it too long.
He's here.
Quick, put the overalls on.
No.
Hello, Archie. It's your precious.
Your Highness.
Don't stand up. Well, not yet, anyway. Why don't we have a nice, quiet drink?
Aye, why not? We're just two hearty lads enjoying a pint together in a pub.
Here are your drinks.
Why does my drink contain an umbrella?
It's a cocktail. You're lucky I had some mixers in.
Excellent. Bottoms up.
What?
I'll leave you two in peace.
Well, here we are then. Two hearty lads enjoying a cocktail together. What's happened to the lights?
Sorry, it's the fuse. Don't worry, I have some candles here.
Oh, that's handy.
No problem.
Well, here we are, two hearty lads having cocktails by candlelight. Charles, could you stop playing piano, please?
Sorry.
But Archie, why don't you put on those overalls for me?
There's no rush. Why don't we talk for a bit?
Well, what do you like to talk about?
Politics?
Okay. What do you make of Hitler? I think he's a puppet.
Right.
And I can't stand those beastly communists.
Yeah, let's not talk about politics.
Well, of course, we don't have to talk about anything. We could play a game. How about 9 Men's Morris? It's very hard to find 9 men called Morris, but well worth the effort.
Why don't I put on the overalls?
Yeah, I'll help you.
It's okay, it'll go on very easily. Here we go, and... Oh,
how lovely.
Someone's cut a large hole in the crotch.
Well, it'll save time.
I wonder who could have done that. Charles!
Sorry, I hope I wasn't interrupting.
Well, actually...
There appears to be a large hole in my overalls. I wonder how it got there.
Mice?
Anyway, don't you have some news for me? About Hut 9?
No.
You do? Everything all right? In Hut 9, a problem with the valves?
No, all in perfect working order.
You total and utter...
Charles, I hate to sound rude, but Archie and I were rather in the middle of something.
Absolutely. Anyway, I'd love to stay, but Archie's made it very clear in the past that he doesn't do chaperones.
No, I do chaperones. I'm up for anything. You're a Bradlow man, aren't you?
Yes, but I don't see...
You lot are famous for it. Archie, hold my drink.
What?
Come here, Charles. You first.
Your Highness, please!
Your Highness.
Oh, reinforcements. Now, this is my kind of party.
This is an armed escort, Your Highness.
Please don't tell me they're all called Morris.
Your Highness, your life is in danger. A bomb has been discovered nearby under the scout hut. It appears to be the work of anti-fascists. On the side of the hut there was graffiti which read, Dib Dib Zig Heil, Brown Owl is Ava Braun.
Well, who would do such a thing?
I wonder.
No, it's just mean. There's nothing wrong with being a fascist.
No, apart from the racism, the camps...
So I'm afraid we have to evacuate the area while the bomb is defused.
Oh, well, all right then.
You'll have to come with me to a safe house.
Oh, really? Actually, Josh, you're quite something in your uniform.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes. Fancy a game of shove, piggy, shove?
Hut 33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig. The Duke was played by Michael Fenton Stevens. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.
Hut 33 by James Carey.
Archie, I'm getting a bit stuck with this message from a German supply depot in Narvik. Can you see where I'm going wrong?
Gordon, did you have to write it on toilet paper?
Well, we're out of everything else. Squared paper, plain paper, newspaper, envelopes, and all those pamphlets telling us to save paper.
Tell me about it.
What are you using?
I'm writing around the edges of this London to Cambridge timetable, but with all these extra numbers, I've just realised I've spent the last 2 hours doing differential calculus on the 1017 from King's Cross.
Morning, all.
Morning, Charles.
Where have you been? We've been sweating away for hours, reduced to doing our work on toilet paper.
Is that some northern euphemism?
No.
Oh, it's a maths joke. Log tables. Hilarious.
No. We're out of paper, and there's no coffee or chocolate, and I'm down to my last 3 ciggies.
And I can't get my car seats reupholstered.
Yes, that's the same, isn't it?
You wouldn't believe the lengths I've had to go to get suede for my Bugatti.
Suede? How did you get hold of suede?
With a few choice cuts of meat and cheese from the old college. Being an Oxford professor should have some perks.
Typical bourgeois academic, suckling at the teat of inherited wealth.
Archie, at St Sebastian's College, we only eat produce from college lands.
I heard you can walk from Oxford to Land's End on St Sebastian's land.
No, you can't, actually. You'd be shot for trespassing.
Good morning, Hut 33. Are we all well?
This hut's freezing. We're out of supplies, and the canteen's serving cauliflower and beans for the 8th day running. Josh, we need pencils, paper.
And would it be too much to ask for some cured meats at lunchtime? Parma ham, if you can get it.
Parma ham? Charles, we're at war with the Italians.
Yes, in theory, but they're not exactly trying, are they?
They did invade North Africa.
Well, I never think of the Italians as invading, more just arriving in another country dressed as soldiers.
Well, I'm sorry they've ruined your dinner plans.
You'd have thought we could cut some sort of deal. We could get the RAF to drop some Aberdeen Angus on Rome.
Great idea. Maybe we could get them to carpet bomb Luton with olives.
Actually, we could get them to just carpet bomb Luton with bombs. I'm sure no one would mind too much.
Well, if you need supplies, let me know and I'll see what I can do.
I'll write you a list.
Look at all that paper.
Where'd you get all that?
Hut 5. It was left over from their paper aeroplane tournament.
What?
How did they get all that paper?
No, simple. They just say that they've got 27 people working there, when in fact there's only 20 of them.
That's cheating.
It's common practice. Everyone knows those other 7 code breakers are made up.
Are they? How do we know that?
Oh, because they're called grumpy, happy, sleepy, bashful.
One of them's a trained medic, though.
Well, you mean Doc?
Is he made up too?
Hut 5 were making up personnel to get their rations. We can all do that. Josh, we need extra spinach for Popeye, the sailor man.
Righto. And what will Bluto need?
Josh, I'm making them up.
Look, Archie is just having a joke with you. But seriously, Josh, we are getting some new recruits. Marks, Spencer, Freeman, Hardy and Willis.
Righto.
All right, gents, what'll it be?
Orange squash, please, Mrs. B.
Do you think if I drink a pint of gin, I'll get so drunk I won't notice how hungry I am?
Probably.
Pint of gin then, please.
We're out of gin.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Pint of bitter then.
Keep going.
Got any stout?
Not as such.
Mild?
Just out.
Any paraffin left in the nightlight?
Minka's already had that. In fact, she asked for that before we ran out of booze.
Right, so we're now standing in the world's first teetotal pub. Expecting a busload of Quakers?
Be fair, Archie. Supplies are low.
Not for Charles. He's gone back for a dinner at his college. Right now, he'll be eating a cow the size of the Bodleian.
Well, he'll miss out if he's not back for breakfast. I'm getting some fresh eggs delivered.
Fresh eggs?
Shh! Not so loud. I managed to sweet-talk a nice young man.
Into laying eggs.
Gordon, I know you're innocent, but that is stupid even by your standards.
Sorry.
Mrs. B, are you dealing with a spiv?
What's a spiv?
Shh! He is not a spiv. He's just a bloke who can get stuff.
You mean he's a thief? That's awful.
They're not thieves. They just happen to be there when stuff falls off the back of lorries. Admittedly, he does sometimes get into the lorry first, open the back and give it a little shove.
I wouldn't do that with eggs.
Mrs. B, my favourite customer.
All right, Bill, you got me eggs.
There you go, your paraffin and that new bell for calling time.
Oh, lovely.
Look at all that stuff. Obviously nicked.
It is not nicked.
Why does this bell say HMS Cornwall?
Hello, young man. You look like you'd be interested in a Superman comic.
Ooh,
In which Superman takes on the Nazis. 3 shillings.
If you think you can peddle your bootleg wares with me and Gordon, let me tell you. Hut 33 are men of honour. We do not deal in stolen goods.
Do you want it in a bag?
yes, please.
Gordon, what are you doing?
It's a Superman comic. Do you have any idea how hard these are to come by?
Well, Bill, I don't know how you sleep at night.
Oh, pretty well. I have a 4-poster bed, courtesy of Hampton Court, and almost limitless supply of whiskey.
You draft dodger.
I'm just trying to make an honest living, running a legitimate business. If you need anything, you'll find me a van in the lay-by after dark. Knock 3 times and ask for Lord Halifax.
Last orders at the bar. Oh, that bell's very nautical. Reminds me of that night with Admiral Dönitz.
You and Admiral Dönitz.
It was on a Baltic cruise in 23. And I might be open-minded, but I'm not playing up Periscope again.
So, Charles, I see you and Gordon both scoffed the contraband eggs this morning.
Yes, well, the banquet was very disappointing.
Oh, dear. Did a butler trip over a tapestry and stab you in the ghoulies with a carving knife?
No.
One can but dream.
Well, if you must know, the RAF have commandeered the entire college food cellar. We couldn't even have a starter because they'd scoffed all the foie gras.
Well, they did prevent the Germans from invading.
Yes, but they're flying sorties over France every day. Would it kill them to land every now and again and pick up some local pâté?
I think it probably would kill them.
Fascist!
Make us stop doing that.
When Nazis invade your country, you learn to move piano.
Piano?
It's Italian for quietly.
No, we move piano and drop on head of Nazi.
I see.
So, who is this fascist?
It's obviously Charles.
I am not a fascist. I just happen to believe that anyone who calls their midday meal dinner should be removed from society.
Not you, Gordon. He fascist. He read book by Nietzsche about Übermensch.
Übermensch? Oh, Superman.
Gordon bought a comic off a spiv for 3 shillings.
Oh, Gordon, I'm appalled. You can get them at half that price on the Oxford black market.
Hang on, it's missing a back page. Oh, no.
Oh, no. How will you ever find out if the indestructible Superman's going to be all right?
What a swizz.
Well, that'll teach you to buy stuff off spivs. Where are your principles?
Gordon's principles are probably with yours, in a box, in mint condition, completely unused.
Are you saying I've got no principles?
No, I'm just saying that you're the biggest hypocrite since Lenin said that he had to wear silk underwear because he had sensitive skin.
I am not a hypocrite. And Lenin did have sensitive skin.
You trots are all the same.
Excuse me, which of us ate scrambled eggs stolen from the people?
How was your scrambled powdered egg?
Very nice. It tasted of virtue, honour, and catsick.
Morning, Hut 33. Look out.
Finally, more rations.
They're for the new chaps.
What new chaps?
Marks, Spencer, Freeman, Hardy and Willis. Good job you told me they were coming. There was no record anywhere in the paperwork.
I think there's been some mistake.
No, there hasn't. No, they'll be here.
Well, when they do arrive, here's the squared paper, cigarettes, razors, chocolate bars and, oh look, a tin of pineapple chunks.
Pineapple chunks?
There are some uniforms, but the quartermaster wasn't sure about sizes, so he said if Marks and Spence have a problem with their clothes, they can always take them back.
Okay, I'll pass it on.
Oh, and Hut 17 gave me this message to give you.
I'll take them.
Carry on, Hut 33.
Right, I'm having the cigarettes and the pineapple chunks. Gordon, would you like the paper and the chocolate?
Yes, please.
And I take razor blades.
What else have we got in here? Pencils. Oh, some nice boots.
So, while you help yourself to stolen goods, I'll read this decrypt from Hut 17.
If you wouldn't mind.
To General Helmut Kleinbaum for 12th Panzer Division in Denmark. Emergency. Send more bacon. Plus swastika-shaped Black Forest gateau for Hitler's birthday. Plus foie gras for banquet starter.
That's my foie gras, bastards.
Right, I'll give in. Next time I see that spiv, I'm buying a wheelbarrow full of bacon. That's not a van, that's a lorry.
It's a juggernaut.
A fascinating word, juggernaut. It's from an annual Hindu festival in Puri.
Were you bullied much at school? 'Cause you should have been. I'd like to speak to Lord Halifax.
Gentlemen, welcome to my humble emporium.
Wow, it's like an Aladdin's cave.
So very much. Now, what can I do you for? I've got tin food, suits, watches, pots, pans, radios, booze.
Is that a suit of armour?
Where?
Next to the Enigma machine?
Could be. Now, do you actually want something, or am I going to have to start charging for oxygen?
I was wondering if you happen to have some walnut door panelling for a Bugatti.
I've got mahogany.
Mahogany? How would that go with the suede?
Got any bacon?
Oh, look who it is. You want to buy bacon from a blood-sucking poisonous parasite?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I said. I was drunk.
No, you weren't. I happen to know that pub's out of booze.
Are you going to sell me bacon or what?
To you, £5.
£5? I want bacon, not a talking pig.
You say that, but I can get you one that grunts God Save the King.
I just want bacon.
What about a dog that can ride a bike? No? Well, as I say, the bagging's £5.
Well, obviously I cannot pay that.
No, tell you what, Archie, we could probably sell the rest around the other huts. We could even make a profit.
I'm not sure. Bill, are you sure this bacon's, kosher?
Just bring us £5 tomorrow and you'll have bacon.
You're on.
Hut 7 want 10 bacon sandwiches at twopence each.
Twopence? We'll never raise a fiver at those prices. Minka's getting a shilling apiece.
Yes, but I don't have her force of personality. Or such a big knife.
Me and Mr. Choppy Chop can be very persuasive. Hut 12 give me £2 as long as they get 20 sandwiches. And I not go back with Mr. Choppy Chop.
And Hut 3 gave me 4p apiece on the condition that Minka doesn't visit them.
Do we have enough?
Let's see. Adding up, it comes to £4, 13, 14, 15 shillings.
So we're 5 shillings short.
Oh, you must be able to raise 5 shillings between us.
Yeah, we must. Hand it over, Charles.
No, flat broke, I'm afraid. Just spent my last pennies getting the suede in my car de-stressed.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a priority during a global conflict of the free world against fascism. Gordon.
I haven't got any more pocket money.
Look, for the last time, it's not called pocket money. It's called...
Wages, yes, I know. And I spent my last 5 shillings on the last page of the comic.
Minga, you got any spare shillings?
I send all my money to my sister. She in terrible place.
Is she in Poland?
Cardiff.
Poor girl.
Well, we need to make up the money from somewhere.
What's going on here?
Josh, yes, we're about to play a game for morale. Keep spirits up.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, my father says war is all about morale.
Ah, yes. Yeah. General Crusher Fanshawe Marshall. The man who tries to raise morale in his own regiments by taking away their weapons.
Well, it does encourage teamwork.
So that's why he made his regiment storm a German position armed only with a cricket bat.
That's Peter. Anyway, what's this game you're going to play?
Oh, well, it's a lot of fun. It's called 5 shillings short.
Oh, I don't know that one. I'm always keen to learn new games.
Yes, well, Archie is the dealer, or Bob, as it's called in this game.
Oh, right.
Now, we all have to think of a number between 1 and 10.
Oh.
Actually, Josh, you can think of a number between 4 and 6.
Oh, righto.
And then we'll all give that number to the dealer, and whoever's the highest wins.
Oh, I see.
So, you give your number to Archie, the dealer, and remember his special name.
OK. Let me give you 5, Bob.
Ah, that's very kind of you.
Well done, Archie. Now, anyone got higher than 5? No? Good. Well, pay the man, Josh.
Righto.
You've got such a nice car, Charles.
Thank you. And the mahogany works well with the suede, doesn't it?
And thank goodness that suede has been de-stressed, or I don't know what I would have done. I'd like to speak to Lord Halifax.
You got my money?
There you are. Here's your money, £5 exactly. Now, where is it? There better be a lot of bacon.
Oh, there certainly is.
And it better be fresh.
Oh, it's fresh.
It's a pig!
I can tell you don't need glasses. Which is a shame, as I've got a few pairs in here. You might...
Great. What are we meant to do with a whole pig?
You can do what you want, I'm not judging you.
Right, now I'm going to knock your block off.
Look, Archie, this is perfect. Look, we can fatten the pig, sell more sandwiches, and make a profit, and eat like kings.
I'm a Republican.
Very well, we'll eat like wealthy, corrupt, elected leaders.
Well, that's no better.
Guys, how are we going to slaughter and butcher a whole pig?
Minka.
Well, that's that then. Unless I can interest you in an engine for a Bugatti. I know this bloke who drives a... Oh, that's you, isn't it? See you later!
Now, how are we going to get this thing home? We've only got my car.
I think you've answered your own question.
No. I just spent a fortune on that back seat.
Fine, you can go in the front. Gordon, open the door.
He is not going in the front.
Yeah, I wanted to go in the front.
You got a better idea?
Let me at least put a blanket down for him.
What makes you sure it's a him?
That looks like a him to me.
Oh, my beautiful suede!
You're not seriously suggesting keeping this pig in hut 33?
Oh, do you have any better ideas?
What about hut 32? At least it won't be crapping on our floor.
Well, I think the people in hut 32 might have a problem with that, even if 2 of them are from Devon.
Is that Josh? Quick, cover up the pig.
Archie, relax. I'll handle it.
What's going on in here?
Josh. Hi, yes, meet, Willis.
Yes, this is Willis. Freeman and Hardy were reassigned to hut 12, but we've got Willis. I was just showing him the ropes.
Oh, well done, Bob.
My name's Archie.
Oh, yes, right. Now then, Willis, I'm glad you could make it at last. You will need to sign for your rations, so I hope you can hold a pen. Charles, could I have a quiet word?
Of course.
I don't mean to be harsh, but this chap looks an awful lot like a pig.
You think so?
Well, pink skin, snout, curly tail. I mean, I could check my boy's book of animals, but that has got all the hallmarks of a pig.
Josh, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I'll let you into a little secret. We're trying out some experimental code-breaking methods.
Ah.
You know how pigs are supposed to be intelligent?
No.
Well, they are.
Right. Oh, and you were thinking that Willis might be fluent in the language of the Nazi swine.
Yeah, let's go with that.
But he's eating the messages.
No, he's not eating them. He's inwardly digesting them.
Oh, I see. And when he comes up with something, he... Oh. Right. That happens, I see.
I've sold another 50 bacon sandwiches for 3 shillings apiece. And there's a secondary market opening up in pork belly options.
Gordon! What on earth do you think you're doing?
Oh, hello, Josh. Sorry.
I can't believe you'd say something so insensitive in front of Willis. Say sorry to him and get on with your work.
What?
Go on.
Sorry, Willis.
Willis might be staying here overnight, just to make up for lost time.
No problem, Bob. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get Willis's official uniform taken in. I think they're a little bit long in the leg.
Oh, that was close.
Willis, stop eating the messages.
Leave him alone. He's got to eat something. Poor Willis.
Look, stop calling him Willis. If we name him, we will never want to kill him. Kill it.
I kill it.
Minga, hello.
You want me to kill Piggy? No problem. Here, Piggy, let me introduce you to Mr. Choppy Chop.
No, not just yet, Minka.
So, what are we going to do now?
I don't know about you, but I'm going to bed. Willis, you'll be fine here overnight.
Are you joking? Given the kit in that Spivs lorry, nothing round here is safe unless it's nailed down.
This we can do.
Minka, you're not nailing a pig to the ground. For a start, we haven't got long enough nails. Okay, so you haven't nails, but it's just wrong.
Oh, look at me, I'm British. I try to win war, but look at the lovely little piggy. Hey, I'm a little piggy. Please don't nail me to the floor, you are weak.
All right, gents, you're just in time for last orders.
Last orders in a pub with no alcohol. Well, I'll have a pint of, oh, that's right, you don't have anything.
Beggars can't be choosers. Everything's in short supply. I see the Royal Bedfordshire Rifles had their mascot stolen.
Mascot? What sort of mascot?
You mean a cuddly toy?
As in pig. Someone presumably wanted some bacon. Stolen to order, they reckon. Honestly, some people.
Yeah, you can't trust anyone.
Terrible.
Well, call the police if you see it.
It has a name. He's called Willis. At least that's what we'd call him if we had it. And it was a him, which it might not be if it existed.
Keep digging, Gordon, you might strike oil.
So you've got the pig. I'd get rid of it if I was you.
Minka,
Hello.
Time to sharpen Mr. Choppy Chop.
Oh, goody.
You can't kill Willis.
If you keep calling him Willis, you won't want your bacon.
Charles, we're not going to kill it now. It's a regimental mascot.
So it'll have been very well fed and very flavoursome.
I'm with Archie. Even if we do kill him and sell the bacon, there'll still be bits left over. The head, tail and insides.
No problem. I have old Polish recipe for head, tail and insides.
What's it called?
Pig head, tail and insides. On toast.
I think I'm going to be sick.
OK, let's do this democratically. I vote we take him back.
Me too.
I vote we eat him. Especially after what he did to my suede.
I vote we eat him too. After we've dressed him up as Nazi and hunted him with cricket bat.
I vote we eat him. I could use the bacon.
You don't get a vote.
Oh, that's very democratic. Some of us handcuffed ourselves to the railings to get the vote.
Did you?
No. I found I got much better results handcuffing myself to David Lloyd George.
Well, you weren't in on this, so you don't get the vote. And it's 2 votes all.
Have you heard the news about that missing pig?
Hey? Josh,
Well, I did some very serious thinking and I put 2 and 2 together, and you know what? I was wondering if we could ask Willis. He might know something.
Well, I don't think any of us expected that.
Why don't we take him back to the barracks and see if he can find any clues?
What a good idea. We should probably do it in the dead of night, so we don't disturb anyone.
Well, if you think that's best.
Right, Charles, get your car out. We're going on a little trip.
What? No.
Alternatively, I could just call the regiment and explain everything and get them to send over some transport.
It's such a lovely evening. Let's go for a spin. So, now, which way?
The atlas says we turn left, but the road sign says go right.
Oh, well, we can ignore those. They've all been changed to confuse the Germans.
I'm starting to wish they'd come.
Archie, none of that talk, please.
It's a pity about the blackout, the cloud, and the lack of moon.
Yes, that thought did cross my mind the second time I drove into a ditch.
Oh, hang on. I recognise that tree.
We're in a wood.
Can someone tell me which way I should turn?
What do you think, Willis? There's no need for that sort of language.
Look, we've been driving for 2 hours. It's only 7 miles to the barracks. Am I going to die in this car?
With any luck?
I can just imagine family Christmases at home. Tell me how Uncle Archie died in the war. Was he shot on a daring mission to occupied France? No, he shot the occupants of a car, including a regimental pig, before turning the gun on himself.
Well, why don't you start with turning the gun on yourself?
Ah, somewhere with a light outside.
I recognise this.
Me too.
And we're back at the pub. Well done, everyone.
Oh, no, they've set up a checkpoint.
No problem. I'll just have a nice old chat with him, and all will be well.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. We're looking for a stolen pig.
So are we, in fact. We've enlisted a pig to find a pig. Slowly, slowly. Catchy, piggy.
Are you playing games, sir?
Well, I can do. In fact, I've just learned a good one. It's called 5 shillings short. I think of a number between 4 and 6, and I give you 5 bob.
Well, that is a nice game. Everything seems to be in order. Carry on.
Are these the barracks?
Tricky one. Long buildings, barbed wire, and the sign saying barracks.
At last.
Come on, Willis. Out you get. Oh, steady. Willis, stop eating my trousers. All right, you can have my beret, but you won't want your breakfast. Now, don't go running off, Willis. Come back here. That's an order.
Right, they'll find the pig sooner or later. Right, let's go before it gets light.
But we can't just leave Josh here. If he's found with the pig, he'll be court-martialed and shot.
And your point is?
Actually, he wouldn't be shot because his dad's a general, and the whole thing will be hushed up. Ah.
So, off we go then.
Shouldn't we at least say something to Josh?
No, you're probably right. Bye, Josh.
Oh, hello, Minka. We're back.
Where is Willis? I make Polish recipe, pork with apple and grenade.
Sorry, you eat a grenade?
No, piggy eats grenade. Boom! Stew.
We found the barracks eventually.
After my car's upholstery was completely ruined, again, and I'm not touching that gear stick until it's been professionally cleaned. It's all going to cost me a fortune.
Well, don't come after me for money. Mine was all in that pig.
And he ate my comic book.
Morning, Hut 33.
Joshua Fanshawe, Marshal.
I think so. Can I get back to you on that, though?
Josh, we probably owe you an apology.
Oh, don't mention it. They used to play games like that at Sandhurst all the time. Games like Where's Josh? Josh Overboard and Josh in the Middle of the Scottish Highlands. All good fun.
So you're not cross?
Oh, well, you know, I can take a bit of tomfoolery, but I have to say it was bad form to leave behind Willis as well.
Ah, well, he's gone now.
Gone? No, not a word of it. We hitched a lift back here together. Willis!
Oh, my goodness.
And he hasn't touched his chocolate rations.
No, I'll have those.
Or his cigarettes.
Don't mind if I do.
Now, Josh, fancy another game of 5 shillings short.
Oh, rather.
Hut 33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig. The spiv was played by Stephen Critchlow. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.
Five.
Oh, this game is dull. What's it called again?
Monopoly. It's new. Take a chance card, pay doctor's fees, £150.
Oh, that seems a lot for a doctor. Mine charges a lot less than that. In fact, after we've done, I sometimes charge him.
You'll go, Archie.
3. Leicester Square.
Oh, no, that's a bad area. Full of dens of ill repute and loose women.
Oh, that's mine. £22.
That seems a lot for rent, even for central London.
If you ask me, the whole game underlines the oppressive nature of capitalism.
Amazing. I thought this game couldn't get any more boring, and then Archie opened his mouth and proved me wrong.
Well, it's true. The aim of the game is to bankrupt the other players.
Would you rather play the Moscow communist version, where you just go round and round the board, unable to buy anything?
You can buy stuff in Moscow.
Guys, this was meant to stop us arguing. You'll go, Charles.
8. I've landed on King's Cross Station.
Oh, I own all 4 of them.
Ah, so you are a capitalist. Everyone is by instinct.
No, I'm holding them in trust for the benefit of the people, providing a subsidised service.
How much?
200 quid.
£200? In what insane world would it cost £200 to get a train from King's Cross?
Could happen.
Where does that line go?
Newcastle.
In which case I'd pay £200 not to get a train from King's Cross.
Right, that's it. I'm going to shove your little top hat right up your...
Guys, let's just play something else.
Slaps.
I'll put the kettle on.
Hut 33 by James Carey.
Why do they call it Boxing Day? Ow, Archie!
Come on, Gordon, you were asking for that.
It's called Boxing Day because the wealthy used to leave boxes of arms for the poor.
People were so poor they didn't have arms.
Arms, Gordon. Charitable giving.
The poor want equality, not charity.
Come on, Archie, there's nothing wrong with giving people presents.
No, except the one Charles gave me for Christmas yesterday.
I just wanted to give you a warm feeling.
It was a lump of coal.
It's the middle of winter. I thought you'd be pleased. Oh, unless you have your own supply coming from Newcastle.
You see, this is what happens when rich people attempt charity. They end up being patronising.
I don't talk down to the poor, although I tend to find I'm often taller than they are because of my more nutritious diet.
Don't you ever feel you're on the wrong side of this war?
Yeah, now and again. Anyway, your present to me wasn't exactly generous.
I gave you 32 aspirin.
Yeah, and a note saying take all 32 aspirins immediately after your next meal.
You couldn't do that one little thing for me.
Merry Boxing Day.
Ah!
I give you all punch, yes?
No. So, Minka, did you have a pleasant Christmas?
I spend with sister in Cardiff. Make me homesick.
Being with your sister.
No, being in Cardiff. It looked just like Warsaw after Nazi destroy it.
Archie, give her the present.
Present for Minka, how kind. Oh, a roll of barbed wire. And it's already rusty. How did you know?
Just the feeling.
Morning, Hut 33. Did we all have a pleasant Christmas day?
Not really. We tried playing Monopoly, then cards.
Then I tried to kill Charles with a candlestick in the living room.
Oh, so you played Cluedo?
No.
Now, listen up. Vaccinations are at 10 a.m. sharp.
Vaccinations?
What are they for?
No, you get them when you go abroad, Archie. It's difficult to explain.
I know what vaccinations are.
No, I was about to explain abroad. It's a place where people are different and don't speak English. Like Newcastle, in a way. Anyway, Josh, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to be vaccinated by my family doctor.
Sorry, chaps. 3-line whip on the army doctors.
So, these vaccinations, are they going to be, like, injections?
No, Archie, they're going to put them in some tea and administer them with jam and bread.
Well, I don't know, do I? We don't have vaccinations in my part of Newcastle. If you're going to catch something, you face it like a man.
Yeah, that's right. TB really responds to being squared up to and head-butted in the face.
Archie, are you scared?
No.
But your legs are shaking.
It's probably rickets.
Hey.
Don't worry, Archie. You can arm wrestle rickets until it goes away.
I am not scared of some little injection.
Nurse Minka is ready to give jabby jab.
Okay, now I'm terrified.
Is okay, I train as nurse.
When you say train, was that in an actual hospital or did you just read a book?
I read book.
Was it a medical book?
No. Anyway, I learned to be nurse when I was nun.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'd forgotten you were a nun.
In the order of Saint Olesia, patron saint of catapult, crossbow, and Chinese burn.
Oh, yeah.
I was sister in Violata of the 9 wounds.
You mean 5 wounds?
I know what I mean.
Minka, don't take this the wrong way, please, but, would it be possible to see the doctor?
You are large lady shirt.
I think you mean big girl's blouse, and I am not. I just feel much happier seeing a doctor.
Okay. Dr. Fisher!
What?
I have 3 Nancy boys scared of little syringe.
Poms?
Yes.
Sweet. Coming in. Never miss a chance to stick a needle in a pom.
Are you Australian?
Are you retarded?
Oh, dearie me.
You got a problem with Australians?
Well, yes.
Don't take it personally. He hates Americans, the poor, footballers, socialists,
Cambridge, the Spanish.
people who cannot spell receive,
People who split infinitives.
the Irish, the Cornish,
The Welsh.
women.
You exaggerate. I do not hate the Spanish.
I also hate Spanish. Oh, look at me with my sherry and chorizo and tiny little tapas, so you're always hungry.
So, Chucklehead, what's your problem with Aussies?
Well, no offence, but your grandfather was sent there for a reason.
Minka, pass one of those syringes, a big one. I've got a sudden urge to stick something sharp in this bloke's ass.
I not get too stabby stab.
Not right now. Why don't you go and prepare more syringes?
Okay.
Now, you, drop your dacks.
Dax?
Strides, trousers.
I don't think I can be in the same room as you anymore. Good day.
You'd rather get yellow fever than be injected by an Australian.
Yes, I think I would. I'll see my own private doctor, thank you.
Fine. See you around.
I do hope not.
Actually, maybe I'll come back later.
What's the matter?
Well, I can see you're very busy, so...
I know what it is. You're not scared of Minky, you're scared of this little needle, aren't you, you big wuss?
You might want to work on your bedside manner.
Look at you, you're sweating like a sheepshagger in church.
I'm not scared.
Just drop your trousers, you won't feel a thing.
You were not stabbing anything into my backside.
Well, I thought you poms liked that sort of thing.
Look, I'm not dropping me trousers, all right?
Typical pom. It's you blokes that crapped on the Anzacs at Gallipoli.
Right, that's it.
Ow!
Archie, you might have broken his jaw.
Medic! Nurse! Man down!
Is okay, Nurse Minka here.
Keep her away from me!
I bandage. Nice and tight.
No, get off!
I don't need a bandage.
Just little bandage and lots of bed rest. It's okay. I tie you to bed.
See you later then.
Mrs. Best, can I use your telephone? I need to call my doctor.
Fine. Once you told me what this is, just found a case of it in the cellar.
Strange black bottle. Let me see. It says SS29.
German wine?
Even worse, German whiskey.
Hang on, there's a skull and crossbones here.
Indeed. The symbol of the SS. In the mid-30s, Himmler tried to roll out some SS merchandise.
Merchandise?
Jackboots, penknives. They even did a Hitler doll. Pull a cord and it ranted for a whole 3 minutes.
So this is Nazi whiskey?
I think so. How did it end up in your cellar?
I honestly can't remember. There may have been a boozy trip to Germany in the mid-30s. I did meet some bloke called Himmler, and the rest was a bit of a blur.
Mrs. Bess, you slept with the head of the SS?
Is that what he's doing now? So when will this stuff be ready to drink?
Again, probably never, unless you want the mother of all hangovers.
So ideal for New Year's Eve. I was hoping to have a bit of a knees up.
We having a knees up?
Charles, I was hoping you'd do a little speech and propose a toast at midnight.
Or Archie could celebrate another year of war by starting a fight.
Oi, I don't want any trouble.
It's all right. He's just talking about my run-in with Dr. Fisher.
Dr. Fisher was very rude to Archie, tried to blame him for Gallipoli.
It's so pathetic when people just harp on about the past.
You called his grandfather a criminal.
That's not harping on, just stating a fact.
So I didn't get my jabs either.
You want to be careful. Sergeant Roberts has just gone down with yellow fever.
Well, all right, but, it's not that bad, is it?
Except he did evacuate his guts at both ends. And was carted off to hospital screaming, "Oh my God, if only I'd been vaccinated in time, I'd have been spared this horror of horrors."
Charles, are you about to call your doctor?
What shall I say to him? Vaccinations for 3?
Oh,
Yes, please.
Charles, my boy, good to see you.
Dr. Medhurst.
And where are your Archie and Gordon? Did you want them neutered or just deloused?
I'm Archie, and this is Gordon.
Hello.
Delousing and neutering would be fine, thank you.
We want jabs.
Of course.
You picked up a bit of a suntan. Been to the colonies?
Just got back. Went on safari where I saw lots of beautiful wildlife and then shot it.
Good for you.
An elephant, 3 rhino, a giraffe and a couple of Rhodesians. Right. Jabs you want? Let's have a look in the cupboard. I got vaccines for distemper, scrapie. I think this is the wrong cupboard. Here we are. TB, typhus, yellow fever. Now, syringe. That should do.
Is that clean?
Good point. In fact, I think I used this one on a German shepherd.
A dog?
No, a German shepherd. Walking holiday in Bavaria before the war.
Could we have clean syringes? If it's all the same to you.
Oh, come on. Bit of dirt never hurt anyone.
Are you sure you're a doctor?
Of course. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
I think that's a circular argument.
More syringes. Good. Right. You 3, drop your trousers and give me your arm.
Where are you going to inject us?
In your arm.
So, why are we dropping our trousers?
No reason.
All right, boys. You look a bit worse for wear.
Well, I don't know why that could be. Maybe it was the appointment with Dr. Crippen.
We just had our injections.
Chin up, lads. The New Year's party's going to be big. There's plenty of SS29 to drink.
What a fitting way to celebrate the arrival of 1942, with fascist whiskey.
On the plus side, I've just sold 50 tickets to the girls at the local factory.
And now the local regiment have gone, they might be less fussy about who they dance with. Brilliant.
Don't do yourself down, Gordon. But yeah, you're right. Minka, you up for a party New Year's Eve?
No. I will be sad for my village in Poland, so I will do what they would do.
Big meal? Traditional dancing?
Drink until I cannot see.
Fair enough.
Bad news, chaps.
Ah, hello, Josh. What's happened?
There's been another case of yellow fever. You three must return to Hut 33, which has been declared a quarantine.
Says who?
Doctor's orders.
That's just Leo trying to get back at us just because I punched him and Minka tried to bandage him up.
Minka not try to bandage, Minka bandage. He wriggle and protest, so I chain him to bed.
For how long?
Maybe 2 days?
Well, Charles started it anyway by walking out of the place pretending to be all superior.
I didn't mean to pretend. I just am.
Leo says that unless you get a chit to prove you've had the jabs, you're in quarantine.
We can get those. I'll just get Dr. Medhurst to send the paperwork through.
In you go.
This is all quite unnecessary.
Hello, Hut 33.
You cannot isolate us in here. There aren't any beds.
Here's a pillow.
Or toilets.
Here's a pot.
What about tea and coffee making facilities?
I gave you a pot, didn't I?
What's that?
That'll be your armed guard.
Hello, I will be your guard. I put barbed wire around windows and door. Wire you give me, thank you.
This is so unfair. I can see why you've got it in for Archie and Charles, but why me?
Well, look on the bright side. You might not have to be here for 5 whole days together. You might die of yellow fever.
You know full well we've had the injections.
Well, unless I see a doctor's note, you're stuck here till New Year's Day. So if I don't see you before then, ladies, Happy New Year.
Guys, we only have to get through until the paperwork arrives. 1 day, maybe 2.
Aye. Let's not give Fisher the satisfaction of falling out.
You think we can go 1 day without falling out?
Why not? Us three can do this.
No, we three, not us. We are nominative, us is accusative.
And you, singular, will get a slap if you keep correcting me English.
Guys!
Actually, I was correcting your syntax, not your English. Your English is also terrible, by the way.
Well, I believe actions speak louder than words. Ow!
Guys, we didn't even make it through the first minute. Can we just put that behind us and find some way of getting along?
Ow! Fight with your fists, you big Nancy!
Guys, please, let's just try and get through this.
Just shut up, Gordon!
All right, Josh? Drinking alone tonight?
Sadly, yes. Chaps all in quarantine. Still, good to have time by oneself.
I suppose. Alone with your thoughts. Or in your case, alone. But you needn't be alone.
Oh, are there some other chaps to play with?
Well, she's not exactly a chap, but you can certainly play with her, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, what do you mean?
I was referring to a bit of, how's your father?
Oh, I see. Yes, he's very well, actually. Thank you for asking.
I wasn't asking about your dad's health.
He's with the 8th Army in North Africa. Just led a surprise attack on Chad. All very hush-hush.
I didn't know Chad were in the war.
They weren't. Bit of a bish. I think that's why it's all hush-hush.
Evening. Pint of lager, please.
Oh, hello. You must be Dr. Fisher. I've got the chips.
Don't blame me.
Signed notes from Dr. Medhurst about the jabs.
Looks like the chaps will be out in time for that round of golf Mrs. B was talking about.
No, I wouldn't bet on it.
What do you mean these chits aren't valid?
Dr. Medhurst is a perfectly respectable doctor. Well, he's a doctor.
Has he been struck off?
Well, never really been struck on. He's been passing himself off as a doctor for years. He used to be highly respected when he was a war vet.
He's a veteran of World War I.
No, he was a World War I vet. Put down injured horses till he was quietly asked to leave. Some cock and bull story.
You mean it was made up?
No, I mean it was a story about him, a rooster, and an Aberdeen Angus.
I don't understand.
Probably just as well.
So, we were inoculated by a disgraced vet.
Well, at least you won't be getting swine fever. See ya!
This is preposterous. We're being treated like prisoners when we've done nothing wrong.
Except go and see your animal doctor.
Well, how was I to know he was a vet?
You said he once prescribed your horse pills.
I just assumed that was normal. Well, he was the only doctor I'd ever seen. Well, except for the one at Bradlow, and we all avoided him.
Why?
Yeah. Well, that bit when he held your manhood and you cough, it normally took him about half an hour.
I cannot believe I'm made to feel inferior because I didn't go to one of these public schools.
No, you don't need to feel inferior for that. You have plenty of other reasons to feel inferior.
Right, that's it. I'm going to properly smack you in the chops this time.
Guys, it was violence that got us here in the first place.
Well, look, there's no way I'm missing out on all that booze and toddy at the New Year party. I'm working on an escape plan.
Escape? But we'll get into trouble. And what about Minka?
She cannot see everywhere at once. She's only human. But now what's she up to? She's making a watchtower. That's perfect. That's perfect. Right, this is a meeting of the Escape Committee. The aim is to escape at 2100 hours on New Year's Eve 1941. Any improvement on just digging a tunnel? Charles?
Well, any alternative plan to a tunnel would struggle with the return trip. So, even if you got out using a glider, you'd have to get back in.
A glider? What a ridiculous suggestion. Who'd think of something that stupid? What was that, Gordon?
Nothing. It's a good point, though. If we don't get back, we'll be in trouble.
So you could take a leaf out of Homer's Odyssey.
Brilliant. I was just thinking, how am I going to escape? What I really need is a classicist.
A classical education is very practical.
Oh, yeah, in the real world, it's a surefire way of getting beaten up.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm using my language skills translating German messages from North Africa. Anyway, it should be obvious none of us will make it past Minka's machine gun nest.
What? Where's the machine gun nest?
By the watchtower.
You seriously think she's going to fire on her own hut?
Yes.
Look, I'm sure we can reason with that.
Oh, I'm sure your skills of persuasion and rhetoric are up to the task.
Minka, can we talk? Minka!
No talk, just bang bang.
Ah, she might feel differently later.
Yes, I can definitely feel her warming to you.
So now what?
Bearing in mind the three of us have a combined IQ of 561, we should be able to come up with something. No, right, tunnel it is then.
Except all we got to dig with are teaspoons, or my slide rules.
Cavey, Joss is coming.
Just checking the food situation is okay.
Ideal, apart from the fact that you only gave us tins, and we don't have a tin opener.
Ah.
And we could also do with some other cutlery too. So just a few knives, forks.
And a spade.
What are you doing?
Getting a spade for the tunnel.
Knives, forks, spade, anything else?
Hang on. Is it too much to ask for a wheelbarrow? A wheelbarrow? For the dirt.
What are you going to do with it? If you take it outside, Minka will blow your head off. Yeah, Josh, one wheelbarrow, please.
Righto.
Ah, look at him go. Never happier than when digging a tunnel. It's like being down to pit.
Shut up. Bring us the wheelbarrow.
I can't believe how far you've got in 4 days.
Could we put in some kind of underground train system? Crawling around is so undignified.
Oh, so you think the tunnel's a good idea now that I've done all the work?
Well, you're working class. I just assumed you were enjoying it.
Cavey, someone's coming. Quick, action stations.
Help us with the stove.
Ah, bum. So none of you are dead yet?
None of you is dead yet. In fact, it should probably be not one of you is dead yet.
Oh, yes. This is why I'm surprised you particularly are still alive. I thought Archie would have killed you by now.
Came pretty close a few times.
They had a big falling out over the use of the subjunctive.
Well, we've all been there. So, how's the tunnel going?
Pretty well, actually. Hang on, how do you know about the tunnel?
Well, 3 reasons. 1, you moved the stove.
Maybe we prefer it there?
2, these drawings on the table that say plans for tunnel.
Gordon!
Sorry, I was colouring them in.
And 3, 4 days ago, Josh came into the pub saying you wanted a spade and a wheelbarrow.
You knew about it 4 days ago, but you only stopped it now.
I thought I'd let you go to the bother of working your asses off before I pissed on your chips. Job done!
I have to admire your style.
Well, I have to be going. Big night tonight. See ya!
I can't believe Dr. Fisher told Minka.
And I can't believe that Minka could get her hands on so much concrete so quickly.
I can't believe it's nearly midnight.
And I can't believe I had to spend New Year's Eve listening to what you two can't believe.
Let's play a game. How about hangman?
I'll get the noose, you get the stool. Charles, you can go first.
Wait a moment. I've just seen a message here from Hut 9, from the 15th Panzer in North Africa to a supply depot in Naples. To Captain Dortmuller. Hope you got the couscous. Supplies needed for Panzer III Model F. Urgent. 12 tracks, 5 torsion suspension bars, and for engine, more SS29?
SS29? You said it was Nazi whiskey.
Yes. It turns out it was some sort of engine lubricant.
So, in 5 minutes' time in the pub, they'll be seeing in 1942 with a mouthful of tank oil.
Very likely.
We should warn them.
Well, how do we do that exactly?
We could tell Minka to send word.
Good luck with that. You touch that door, your New Year's resolution will be picking metal out of your head.
Well, someone's got to warn them. Minka?
10 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally shot off wall, there'll be no green bottles sitting on the wall.
Minka, it's an emergency. We have to go. Wow, that's a powerful searchlight.
What is it?
Come to think of it, Minka, I'm surprised you're still standing. It's nearly midnight. What about your village tradition?
It's nearly midnight. I can still see that make me big frilly girly shirt. I must drink now.
Let us out for a few hours and we'll find you something lubricating but very toxic.
Okay, let's go.
Mrs. Best, this really is a splendid party.
Pity the boys aren't here to enjoy it.
More Sheilas for the rest of us.
Are they really all called Sheila? It's a remarkable coincidence.
Hey, gorgeous. You got any Australian in you? Would you like some?
Josh, the SS29's going round, and as Charles isn't here, could you propose the midnight toast?
Oh, no problem at all. What do I say?
You know the usual.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen.
It's nearly midnight.
It's nearly midnight.
So happy new...
Happy New...
Year.
Year.
Wait! Don't drink the SS29!
You're too late, you pommydrongo. I've got yours. 5 shots. Admit it. You picked on the wrong bloke. Loser.
Right. Now I'm going to give you such a...
Archie, please, it's New Year's Eve. Just for a few minutes, in the middle of this maddening, senseless war, can we just all be friends? Forgive and forget?
Gordon, you're right. Yes, New Year's Eve is about new beginnings. Time to let bygones be bygones. I should forget the fact that our Australian friend's grandfather was probably transported for stealing nothing more than a loaf of bread.
Nah, he nicked 78 cows. Legend.
But we have to move on. Now, look, Leo isn't responsible for his grandfather any more than any of us were responsible for Gallipoli.
My father was involved at the planning stage of Gallipoli. It was his idea to get the Australians to attack the cliffs. The Turks never expected that.
Now, Josh, look, I'm trying to bring about a reconciliation here and apologise to our Australian friend. So, Leo, please, with our compliments, drink the SS29.
Too right. Cheers.
Happy New Year, Hut 33.
Hut 33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig, with Ben Crowe and Brendon Burns. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.
Hut 33 by James Carey.
Gordon, what are those messages there?
Luftwaffe 10th Flight Corps.
Pass them over. I need something to take me mind off things.
Archie, you're not still worried about the Germans invading Sunderland? I'm telling you, if they levelled the place, they'd be doing us a favour.
Very funny.
Anyway, you're from Newcastle. I thought you'd be happy if Sunderland gets obliterated by the German 11th Division.
I'm not that vindictive. You're an Oxford professor, but that doesn't mean you'd gladly watch Cambridge burn in a firestorm.
I wouldn't turn up with marshmallows on a stick, but, you know.
But I don't understand. Why would the Germans attack Norway with just the 11th motorised rifles?
Boredom? Well, let's face it, when you're stuck on the edge of the Arctic in a frozen wasteland and you haven't seen the sun for 6 months, Sunderland is a marginal improvement.
But what will they do when they get there?
Die!
Oh, hello, Minka. Are you joining the defence of the North East?
I want to go to Sunderland.
I never thought I'd hear anyone say that.
I smell Nazi.
From here?
That'll be Charles.
Can we please dispense with this childish insistence that I'm in some way associated with the Third Reich?
That's right, yeah. You just happen to have a picture on your desk of you playing croquet with Rommel.
So, Minka, have you signed up with the infantry?
No need, I have my own weapon.
Is that a Bren gun?
Yes, but it's customized to be more female-friendly.
Oh, right, yeah. I've always said the arms trade could do with being more appealing to women.
Exactly. You lie on ground providing withering, suppressing fire, but, oh no, what about makeup?
Oh, mirror. That's very good. Yeah.
And plug into socket here and bayonet becomes handy curling tongs.
Because when you're creating a killing field, you never know who you're going to meet.
Exactly.
You should definitely try and market that.
Morning, Josh.
Morning, Hut 33.
What's the latest on Sunderland?
A scene of utter devastation.
Laid waste by the Germans?
Not that I'm aware of.
But we translated the message ordering an attack by the 11th Motorised.
Ah, yes. Bit of a bish with the old communications.
How do you mean?
Turns out the Germans weren't sending the 11th Motorised to Sunderland, but to the Sudetenland.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Minka said I wanted to try out Lady Gun.
I'm sure the message said Sunderland.
If you remember, the letters weren't quite right.
Charles translated the message, so it's his fault.
My fault? You decoded it. I can't be held responsible for the garbled scrawl you gave me.
Actually, it was probably the Germans' fault. The radio operator must have jumbled up the letters.
Oh, here we go, blaming the Germans again. Does everything have to be their fault?
Charles, I do have serious doubts about whose side you're on.
Mistakes happen in war. A man who never made a mistake never made anything.
Ah, this from a man who drove an entire tank regiment into the sea.
I learned valuable lessons from that incident, like which way is north? It's that way. No, that way. Oh, it's on my left. Oh, I'm giddy.
Is there any way we could have this man put down?
At least Field Marshal Brooke isn't too cross. He sent us a personal handwritten note.
He wrote to us personally? What does it say?
Dear Fatheads, thanks a bundle for the false alarm. You're being sent to Burma, sailing in 2 weeks. Then it says, don't take it personally. And then he's crossed it out, so I think you are meant to take it personally.
So one mistake and we're on a boat to Burma?
Although this isn't our first mistake, we did report that London was about to be attacked by flying monkeys.
Yeah, we probably should have double-checked on that.
No, there was a missing W, and Luftwaffe does really mean air monkey.
Was London not attacked by flying monkeys? I'm sure I saw a newsreel about it.
Josh, we've discussed this, haven't we? The Wizard of Oz is not a documentary.
Oh dear, 3 very long faces. What's happened? Run out of graph paper?
How do you know we use graph paper?
Just a guess. Let's face it, none of you's exactly built for heavy lifting.
Yeah, some of us are a bit handy.
Handy? Oh, yes. Nice job you lot did putting up those shelves. Gordon mathematically proved a shelf couldn't go there, and you attacked Charles with a hammer.
Fear not, Mrs. B. You will soon be spared our presence.
What?
We're all shipping out in a couple of weeks.
Longboat trip? I'll say one thing about sailors. They know how to tie good knots.
What an invaluable skill.
I don't think it's the journey, but the destination that's the problem.
We're off to Burma.
Been there once. Went on a trip to Mandalay with this bloke I met from India. Odd bloke. Used to be a lawyer.
Was he by any chance called Gandhi?
That's the one. All I remember is he had a lot of stamina for a vegetarian.
Really?
I need hardly tell you my nickname for him, Randy.
Yes, all right. Thank you, Mrs. Bessie.
So we're joining up with the Burmese First Division.
How many divisions are there defending Burma?
One.
Its national animal is a highly poisonous snake.
Ah, yes, the locals call it Ma Gua Hao.
What does that mean?
Run like hell.
I cannot help thinking that this seeing the world business is just a little bit overrated.
Might as well drown your sorrows.
Aye. 3 pints, Mrs. B.
Oh, decent of you to buy around, Archie.
Oh, it's not there for me. No point dying with money in your pocket.
Quite. 3 pints, Mrs. B.
I tell you one thing I won't miss about this hut. The draft that comes in through the windows.
Aye, that'll take the edge off the first bout of hepatitis B. As I'm throwing up my guts in the raging heat of the jungle, I'll be thinking, well, at least it's not drafty.
I'm only trying to be positive.
Well, don't worry. You've got 6 weeks on a boat to get thoroughly ground down.
Morning, Hut 33. I've just seen the Colonel and he wishes you a pleasant journey and he wants you all to have one of these.
A will? That's thoughtful.
I have to say, I'm looking forward to adventures in the jungle, having a chat with a snake and all that.
Josh, we've been through this, haven't we? The Jungle Book's not a newsreel.
I wasn't thinking of the Jungle Book. I was thinking of the other one, with the talking snake. It begins with J.
I think you mean Genesis.
That's the one. That's got a talking snake in it, hasn't it?
Theoretically, yes, but I don't think...
Much as I hate to head off a theological discussion, something's cropped up in these decrypts.
What does it say?
It's a message from the Luftwaffe 10th Flight Corps in Norway. It appears they're dropping someone called Rapunzel into Britain tonight to meet up with a contact called Snow White.
Interesting. So Rapunzel could let her hair down from the plane, and then people could try and...
That's right, Josh. The Nazi wonder weapon is a blonde teenager with 30-foot hair.
It looks like the drop zone is Woburn Sands. That's only a few miles away. We should tell the Colonel.
No, this is the chance to redeem ourselves. We should bring him in.
Us? Catch a German spy? On current form, we couldn't catch German measles.
Archie's right. We don't exactly have the skills to hunt down a Nazi spy.
Someone say Nazi spy.
Who needs a sniffer dog when we have Minka? Minka, fancy getting your hands on a Nazi?
Oh, yes, I try out Lady Gun. I just added new feature. On barrel sleeve, look, emery board.
Now, Minka, we need to use Rapunzel to find Snow White, so you cannot just shoot them on sight.
Is okay. Although kill Nazi is fun, is better if you find Nazi. He show you other Nazi, and then bang, 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 bang.
Well, that's settled then. We're going to catch us a spy.
Right, chaps. It's vital to maintain contact by staying together and that no one wanders off by themselves.
Josh, we're over here.
Oh, righto.
Are we in the drop zone?
Just a few more yards north, which is this way. No, this way. Which side is my left?
He might be here already.
Minka, what do you think?
Let me have sniffy sniff. No Nazi.
And what do we do when we find him?
Or her? Why are we assuming that the spy is a man?
I thought Rapunzel was a woman.
Thank you, Archie. We spent 2 hours teaching Josh that Rapunzel is a code name. And we didn't even get on to Snow White.
Oh, is she coming too? The dwarves will have little parachutes.
Now, who take other Lady Gun?
You made another one.
Well, light infantry support weapon very hard to accessorize. This one go with bag and shoes.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Charles, you can operate gun?
Minka, he's an Oxford professor of linguistics. He can barely dress himself.
Yep, no, I'll take it. Right. This could be our man.
Or woman.
Shut up, Archie.
Why are there lots of other planes?
Well, you wouldn't just send over one plane to drop a spy. It'd be like a sitting duck. You'd send your spy plane over with a bombing raid.
A bombing raid?
Well, that's fine and dandy, isn't it? Because it's not as if we're standing in the target area with no chance of taking cover. Oh, no, we are.
Look out! I know what to do. Just try and stand as still as possible, or go away.
Josh, these are bombs, not wasps.
Okay, The important thing is that we stick together. Teamwork.
Every man for himself!
Who's there?
It's me.
Who's me? I'm me. You can't be me.
Oh, shut up, Gordon. It's Charles.
Oh, thank goodness.
Did we all get through the bombing raid safely?
Well, I haven't seen Archie.
Ah, maybe my luck's changing.
Or Josh. Or Minka.
Well, the last I saw of Minka, she was trying to catch the bombs so she could throw them back.
Should we start trying to look for this spy?
Oh, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. This spy could be absolutely anywhere.
Oh, is that him there?
Where?
Dangling from that tree with his parachute.
Hello, old beans! I am in spot of bother, aren't I, governor?
Sorry, I thought you were German.
For goodness sake, Gordon, he's as German as a fat man in leather shorts playing the sousaphone.
No, I am English, old fruit. I was out for a walk and...
And you tripped over your parachute and fell up a tree?
Jawohl! I mean, yes.
Look, the game's up.
Okay, I calm down.
Right. Stand where I can see you. Hands in the air, you treacherous swine. Wilhelm!
Professor?
Fancy seeing you here. How long has it been?
Oh, too long.
Sorry, do you two know each other?
Wilhelm's a former pupil of mine from St Spivs. Bit of a star pupil, actually.
Well, you know, you are such a good teacher.
Very sweet of you, Wilhelm. I think.
So, how are the faculty? Professor Tolkien?
He's still writing that tedious book about rings and goblins. Keep telling him no one wants to read it, but, you know.
You know, Professor, I always said you had a novel in you.
Oh, well, I have had one or two thoughts. You know, nothing substantial, but I was thinking about a story of a rather dashing professor at a leading university who inspires an entire nation to...
Charles, I really think we should...
Is this important?
Well, shouldn't we find Archie and Minka?
Well, go and look for them. We'll stay here. I've got the lady gun. The gun.
Okay.
So, Wilhelm, what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Adonia 217. What a marvelous piece of machinery.
When it comes to precision engineering, you Germans really are world beaters.
Literally. And look at this radio transmitter.
Now that is quality.
So, Professor Charles, what brings you out of academia?
Well, that's for me to know and you to find out.
Yes, very good.
Yes, I could tell you, but yeah, I'd have to kill you. Literally.
How I have missed the British sense of humor. In Germany, everything is so serious. Sieg Heil and all that, you know.
It must be terrible. Yeah.
And if that wasn't bad enough, they started burning books.
I don't mind if it's Agatha Christie's.
Anyway, I should probably head off. People to meet, things to see, you know.
No, sorry, Wilhelm. It's terribly awkward, but I really can't let you go.
Oh, Professor, I am disappointed in you.
You'll have to stay here until the others arrive.
Is there nothing I can say to persuade you to join the Nazi Party? Third Reich has excellent pension plan guaranteed for 1,000 years.
No, honestly, I couldn't, no.
Oh, come on. If I sign up 10 people, I get a free Volkswagen.
No, I'm sorry, Wilhelm. I have to bring you in. It's just that I'm about to be posted to Burma after a mix-up in which we thought the 11th Motorised were going to attack Sunderland.
Why on earth would we attack Sunderland? If we levelled that place, we'd be doing you a favour.
That's exactly what I said. That's funny, isn't it?
Indeed, but as I say, I should probably be heading off now.
Wilhelm,
so...
I said you can't.
Or what?
Or I'll be forced to shoot you with this, how do you work this thing?
Is that a hairdryer? What are you going to do, blow dry me to death?
No, it's a proper machine gun. Now, how am I supposed to fire this thing? Ow! Crimping irons, for God's sake!
See you later.
Wilhelm, please, come back. I'm going to have to shoot you. And with this flip-down shoe tree. Excellent.
Archie. Gordon. We found the spy.
Nice one. So, why are we whispering?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry.
So what have you done with him?
Don't worry. He's with Charles.
Well, that sets me mind at rest. You've left a Nazi guarding a Nazi.
Charles isn't a Nazi.
Charles is a bigger fascist than Goering's embarrassing uncle that even Hitler thinks is a little bit racist.
We should probably find Minka.
There she is.
Oh, I hate owls. Oh, look at me. I can turn my head all the way round. Well, you didn't see this.
Minka, we've discussed this, haven't we? Please stop shooting owls.
We found the spy.
Oh, goody. Playtime.
There they are. Oh, where's Wilhelm?
That's a real mystery.
I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason why Charles has let the spy go and is sitting next to some radio equipment.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, hast du deine Haare heruntergelassen?
And is now listening to German-coded messages.
Well, I think we've found Snow White.
Snow White, for you, war is over.
Minka, it's me, Charles.
I know. You let Nazi go, so you Nazi swine.
I couldn't work the gun. Anyway, why would you think I'm a spy?
The fact that you're a fascist, you speak German, last Christmas you got a card from Speer, and you're a git.
Hast du deine Haare heruntergelassen?
This radio kit isn't mine. It belongs to Wilhelm.
Wilhelm? So you know his name?
Charles knew him already.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon.
So, how'd you know him? Were you his pack leader in the Hitler Youth?
If you must know, he was one of my tutees at St Spivs. Arrived in 28.
Hang on. That's when I applied. You accepted him, but you turned me down.
He was bright, well-read, and not from Newcastle.
Well, congratulations on giving a first-class education to a spy.
He did get a first, actually. Really bright chap. And good to see him keeping up his language skills.
I, for one, am thrilled. He's using his English right now to such good effect.
Enough. Time to find out what Snow White know. You ready to chatty chat?
What's that?
New addition to Lady Gun. Eyelash curler and thumbscrew. Ideal for the female interrogator.
Look, there's really no need to...
Maybe not, but it's fun.
That's it, Minka. Do your worst.
But it has to be within the Geneva Convention.
Huh, Geneva, I hate the Swiss. Oh, look at me with my cuckoo clocks and yodeling and political neutrality, discrete banking system and fondue. Meat always full of skewer.
Hello, H33.
Josh, I was wondering where you got to.
Sorry, I would have got here earlier, but I was talking to some chap called Wilhelm.
You found him?
Well, actually, he pronounced it Wilhelm, but that must be how they talk around here.
What? When was that?
Oh, a couple of minutes ago. He's on his way to Bletchley. I gave him directions.
Josh!
If we use Charles's car, we can probably get there before him.
If we use Charles's car, we might want to take off the thumbscrews.
Okay, but I drive.
To be honest, Gordon, I don't think I've ever been so scared.
What, to be under suspicion of spying?
No, to be driven by Minka. Minka, it's traditional to drive on the left.
I know, I play chicken.
This is fun. It's like playing hide and seek with cars.
Shut up, everyone, and keep your eyes peeled for this Wilhelm.
But he won't be using the main road, will he?
Well, so far, he's only had to outwit an Oxford professor who cannot use a gun and a third lieutenant who's obligingly given him directions. On current form, he could expect a police escort at Buckingham Palace.
That chap I gave directions to? I don't think he's a spy, do you? I thought we were looking for a blonde girl with 30-foot hair.
That Wilhelm you spoke to is a German spy.
Why would you think that?
Oh, I don't know. The parachute, the radio equipment, and there's something about the name Wilhelm.
How can you be so stupid and still alive?
There he is.
Stay right where you are.
Ah, you must be Archie.
How do you know my name?
Ah, Charles told me all about you.
No, I didn't. No, he must have just heard me use your name.
He mentioned something about an attack on Sunderland. We even made the same joke. The joke being that Sunderland is a dump. Isn't that funny?
Hilarious. Hey, Charlie boy, here's a good joke. Did you hear the one about the Oxford git who was shot for treason? There isn't really a punchline. It's more of a funny story, really.
Archie, can't you see what he's trying to do? He's trying to divide us against each other.
Well, that's not hard. I hated you before we started all this.
And you must be Minka?
I'm not Minka. I'm your worst nightmare. Worse than the one where you dream you in front of whole school giving speech and forget words and you look down and you're naked.
I think she's trying to say that for you, the war is over.
But the pain is just beginning. Oh no, I leave behind thumbscrew, no matter. I improvise like jazz torture.
Minka, I really don't think we should.
You guard. I find little piece of barbed wire.
Look, you don't have the authority to torture anyone. You need permission from a special military tribunal.
Oh, now I could help there. I'm a bit of an expert on military tribunals.
You? An expert on, well, anything?
Yes, I've sat through dozens of tribunals. They have to have one every time you make a bit of a bish.
I will happily sit under an official tribunal, and I'm sure that I will be exonerated and Wilhelm found completely guilty. Where's he gone?
Gordon, I thought you were guarding him.
You've got the gun.
Do I have to do everything around here?
Wilhelm! Wilhelm!
You're not going to find him like that. He's not a spaniel.
What am I supposed to do?
Let's just spread out. He won't get far.
He's got my car!
God, that's just perfect. Someone steals your car and I'm not able to enjoy it.
I suspect he'll be able to go much faster than us if he's in a car.
Did you work that out by yourself?
Can we slow down for a bit?
We're nearly back at the pub.
Come on, Gordon. Left, right, left, right, left. So, what's the next one?
Right, Josh.
Ah, yes.
Well, there's the pub ahead. We can all get some sleep, and we'll feel much better in the morning.
Well, I know I will, when we've handed you over to the authorities and got out to go to Burma.
For the last time, I am not Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, or Mother Goose.
Oh, I had you down as a bit of a widow twanky.
Charles, are you sure you haven't arranged a secret meeting with Wilhelm?
Not you as well, Gordon. I thought you believed me.
I do. It's just your car's parked outside the pub.
Now, why would he come here? Unless he's arranged a rendezvous with Snow White.
Look, I can see him through the window.
Okay, this is the part where we whisper.
Sorry.
Who's he talking to?
He's gone into the saloon bar. Maybe we can sneak in the front and surprise him.
Good plan.
Minka, we said sneak, not kick the door down.
Mrs. B, look out. There's a spy in the saloon bar.
You mean Wilhelm? It's all right. I've been expecting him.
Mrs. B, you look pretty handy with that Luger. You see, Charles, even Mrs. B knows how to use a... Oh, hang on.
Hello again. Oh, Charles, thank you for the loan of the car. It's lovely, although it does grind a little between second and third gear.
Oh, I do hope it didn't slow you down.
Maybe a little, but I made up time with the excellent directions.
Don't mention it.
Josh, this is Rapunzel and Mrs. B's Snow White.
Yeah, so drop 'em.
Look, now is hardly the time for...
Not your trousers. Your weapons, drop 'em.
Oh, I see.
So we've finally found Snow White.
I can't believe this. All this time our landlady's been a German agent.
Yeah, so drop your weapons, including you, Minka.
I think we should do what she says, Minka.
Okay.
Turn that off.
Yeah, it did that with me. It just goes off in your hand.
Okay, Minka, now let's have the rest of the blades you keep about your person. And the one in your bra. I know you've got one more.
Where'd you keep that?
Secret, please.
Right, you lot. In the cellar.
Well, I'll say one thing for Mrs. B. She's very good at tying knots.
That's what happens if you spend a lot of time with sailors.
Is okay, we cut rope. I have very little blade in a very secret place.
I vote we leave it there.
Come on, chaps. As prisoners of war, it's our duty to escape.
While we have a moment to ourselves, Archie, maybe you have something to say to me?
I find you annoying.
And?
I resent the fact that you turned me down from Oxford because you're such a fascist snob.
No.
And when we get to Burma, I hope you die before I do.
Archie, you owe me an apology.
For what?
For accusing me of spying. Not just in a jokey, hey, I bet you're a spy sort of way, but in a, I'm going to hand you over to the authorities and you may be hanged sort of way.
I did what I thought was right at the time. It's not my fault if I was enjoying it.
So, you're not going to apologise?
Not until you apologise for being a fascist.
I am not a fascist. I just have strong views about manners and decency.
You said anyone who uses the word serviette should be put in a camp.
Only for rehabilitation. And it's napkin.
Guys, what do we want to do?
Dessert?
It's called pudding.
There you go again. You're such a snob.
We can't desert. If we get caught, we'd be shot.
If we don't, we'll be overrun by the Japanese, bitten to death by snakes.
Or attacked by flying monkeys.
Josh, if I wasn't tied up, I'd give you such a smack.
Well, you can't undo your knots. Mine came off very easily.
How come your hands are free?
Mrs. Best tied them with a little bow and whispered, "Come upstairs in 5 minutes. There's a gun in the barrel by the door."
What?
I didn't think it was appropriate. Not before marriage.
It wasn't a come on, man. She was helping us escape. She must be a double agent.
Come and untie us then.
All righto.
Too late.
Hello, my English friends.
Yeah, we thought we'd come and check on you, 'cause I was pretty sure you'd, I don't know, untie yourselves, find a gun, and come and take us by surprise.
Sorry, Mrs. B. Breakdown of communications.
Oh, I think communications are working very well.
Yeah, we've had plenty of time to go through the names and address of every German agent in Britain. Thanks for that, Vil.
But surely you already knew about Hansel, Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood.
Well, I do now.
I don't believe it. You're double agent, working for the British.
Yep, so I've got to do this.
Ow! That really hurt. Mrs. B!
Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Keep him busy till MI5 get here.
Wilhelm, count yourself lucky you didn't have to sleep with her.
Well,
So, this should keep us from a foreign posting.
What foreign posting is this?
Josh, if you remember, the reason we went to all this trouble was to avoid us being posted to Burma.
Oh, I should have said. I had another look at the Field Marshal's handwriting, and it didn't say Burma, but Birmingham. 2 weeks in Birmingham.
What? Ghastly.
It's better than going to Burma.
No, it isn't. At least you die quickly in Burma.
Still, we can learn from our mistakes.
Haven't we all been learning a lot?
Right, everyone, back to Hut 33.
Hut 33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig. Wilhelm was played by Ben Wilbond. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.
Hut 33 by James Carey.
Morning, Hut 33.
Morning, Josh.
And how are we all?
Charles is in a mood.
I'm not in a mood. It's just that once we were doing important work, decoding messages from the Atlantic. Now we're working on Norway.
Norway?
Norway, yes. That's the one on the other side of the North Sea.
Ah, with you.
Currently occupied by the Germans.
Really? Oh, that is outrageous. They'll never get away with it.
Didn't your father lead a British force that tried to stop them?
I heard they were about to dig in and take cover, but were told by your father, hiding is for homos.
That's Peter.
I suppose you're right. Since the invasion, Norway's not exactly been the theatre of war.
It's not even been the dressing room. The Germans are all far too busy cross-country skiing.
Oh, nonsense. No doubt the vile Hun is wreaking havoc in Norway.
What sort of havoc could the Germans possibly wreak in Norway? Going up to Lapland and shooting Santa?
Charles, that's a horrible thing to say.
No, it's all right, Gordon. Santa is not real.
I know.
It's very sad finding out someone's not real. I used to believe in Winston Churchill, but apparently there's no such person.
What?
It's just an actor on the radio. You know all programmes are made up. Come on, Charles.
I just don't know where to begin with that one. I don't understand anything anymore. I mean, why has Hut 33 been allocated Norway? What have we done wrong?
We are bottom.
I didn't see you there.
I move silently like snow leopard in snow with bazooka.
That's quite an image.
Hut 33 at bottom of league table.
League table? What league table?
I find in office of Colonel Stendring.
Minka, What were you doing in there?
I move, I look, I see, I remember, I leave, I write down. Here.
Let me see that.
And how are we doing?
We're 34th.
34th? There are only 33 huts.
Yes, but apparently the night watchman's very good at crosswords. So we're just below him.
You must be very ashamed, but it's okay. I have loaded pistol. I leave on my desk. If you want to do decent thing, I bury you, no problem.
I am not going to shoot myself. Although we'd improve our teamwork if I could shoot Archie. In fact, where is Archie?
What would he be doing in Hut 9? It's just full of girls getting very hot from all the machines.
You might want to think about what you just said, Gordon. Right, here we are. There he is. Time-wasting trot. Archie!
Golly, it's hot in here. Oh, and all the girls are stripped down to their underwear. I don't know where to look.
I don't have that problem. Anyway, it's nothing I haven't seen before.
That's not the case for Gordon. His eyes are on stalks.
Ladies, bras, pants, help!
Gordon, wake up. Josh, you don't need to face the wall.
Yes, I do.
Josh, why did you take Gordon out of here before he bursts a blood vessel?
Righto.
Archie, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What are you going to tell your grandchildren you did during the war?
Nothing. I signed the Official Secrets Act.
Well, thanks to you, we're bottom of the Inter-Hut League table.
Why thanks to me?
Because you're too busy looking at the, well, you know,
whatever.
Look, Archie, I understand you want some cheap thrills because things aren't going well for you in the bedroom.
Yeah. I've had no complaints.
Yeah, but you've had so few applicants.
You're one to talk about sexual frustration. I've seen that look you've been giving Mrs. B.
Oh, Archie, please. I have standards.
What, you won't sleep with anyone without a title?
I just expect my female companions to be able to speak a handful of languages, play the lute or mandolin, and ideally, yes, be of royal descent.
Of course, Charlie's famous mistresses. Princess Figment of the Imagination. The Duchess of simply doesn't exist.
Look, if you must know, my last dalliance was with a Turkish princess, a very noble Ottoman.
Oh, so you've ended up shagging the furniture. That is classy. Please tell me you at least had it reupholstered.
Look, are you coming back to Hut 33?
Hut full of semi-naked women, or a hut with a moron, a Polish psychopath, and a borderline Nazi? Tricky one. Shut the door on your way out.
All right, gents. Hard day at the office.
It was a bit of an eye-opener, especially for Gordon.
It was no big deal.
No big deal. There was so little blood going to his head, I thought he'd get brain damage.
He saw some girls in their underwear.
Oh, you've seen that before, haven't you?
Only that time when you managed to sleepwalk into my room.
Very nice.
It's still amazing to think that you managed to come down 3 flights of stairs, find the spare key to my room and get into my bed. All in your sleep.
Oh, did I?
Gordon, isn't it time you found yourself a nice girl? Well, it doesn't even have to be a nice one.
I am trying, but we can't all get tea cake.
Crumpet.
Crumpet, sorry.
Oh, bless. So innocent.
Actually, Mrs. B, I'd like my first to be someone I really care about, in case things get serious.
Well, that's why you need to take precautions. But you'll be all right as long as you do it standing up. Or if you've just eaten oily fish. Or if it's full moon.
I think you're confusing sex with turning into a werewolf.
What about if you do it jumping up and down?
I think you're confusing sex with jumping up and down.
Yes, I know. I was just testing.
Look, if you're just after, breaking your duck, there's this girl I know who just loves brainy types.
Not Susie Wilson.
It's true. She's had more men than I've had, well, men. But everyone needs a first.
Yeah. Susie Wilson's a very nice girl, She's caring, considerate, accommodating, and, well, a little undiscerning.
I thought you were getting all your kicks leering at the girls in Hut 9.
I was not leering. I was in Hut 9 for work purposes.
In fact, there's Sarah. Let's get her over.
Where?
Yeah. Sarah?
I think I know her from Cambridge. She was the year above me.
Hello, boys. Sorry about the bad news, Archie.
Bad news?
He's been barred from Hut 9.
Ah! God, that's ridiculous. You know, Mary might have bent over to change one of the valves, and I might have, involuntarily yelled, "Sweet child of mercy, I'd like to try that peach," but
it's probably for the best. If you'd stayed there much longer, you'd probably be blind by now.
This is Gordon, by the way. He thinks he recognises you from Cambridge.
Yes, I was there. Till recently.
Maybe I can buy you a drink. Although it can't be alcohol, as I'm not 18.
Why don't we leave these young ones to get acquainted?
Actually, it's getting late, and I need to get back to my lodgings.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, good night then.
My landlady's very protective.
Well, that's fair enough. Good night.
She's right to be. The streets aren't safe.
I know, especially during a blackout. Well, good night then.
What I could really do with is someone to walk me back.
That's a very good idea. Much safer. Good night.
The question is who?
Good question. Oh, me! I could!
Archie, have you done any work this morning?
Yeah, I've had a lot on my mind.
You've just been thinking about sex.
Like I say, I've had a lot on my mind.
Look, sleeping with Susie Wilson is no great achievement.
She's a nice lass who happens to have a thing for mathematicians.
Mathematicians and anyone who can count to 10.
Shut up.
Morning, everyone.
So, where'd you end up last night? Making the beast with two backs, eh? The 4-footed love monster, hey? The 20-fingered nookie...
Archie, please! Gordon is entitled to pursue a love life without your leery insinuations. How did you get on, Gordon?
Well, I walked Sarah home, and we were standing at her doorway, and I was thinking about whether to give her a kiss when the landlady threw a bucket of water over me, and then called the police.
Nice one.
Yes, thank you, Archie. Well, now we're all here. Can we please get down to work? We're still at the bottom of the league table.
Aye, time to find out who won the 3rd Mountain Division's Who Can Build the Biggest Snowman competition.
Hut 33. What I'm about to tell you is very secret. Comes straight from number 10.
Downing Street?
No, the Old Kent Road. What do you think?
So you've actually spoken to Winston?
No, but how could I?
Josh, he's a real person. Just sometimes an actor does his voice on the radio.
Oh, I see. That's the story, is it? Mum's the word.
No, never mind.
Anyway, Winston has asked for Bletchley experts on Norway, and I said Hut 33 was more than up to the task.
That's right. If you've got a message about speed, skating or slalom racing, we're your men.
He wants you to decrypt the contents of this envelope.
It's just a handwritten note.
This message was found in Norway 4 days ago, attached to a large metal case bound for Germany after a commando raid on a factory.
Found in a factory? Does that ring any bells, Archie?
What do you mean?
You're from the north. You must know about factories.
Oh, here we go.
What sort of factory was it?
All I can tell you is it was a clandestine factory. I don't know how you make clandestines, but there it is.
Just leave it with us.
Oh, Gordon, look at you, all dressed up.
Thank you. Big date with Sarah. In fact, here she is. Act normal, everyone.
Well, that'll be a start.
Hello, Gordon.
Hello, Sarah.
Goodbye, Gordon.
Goodbye, Sarah. I have to say, I hope the date would last a bit longer than that.
Gordon, I'm leaving. I'm being reposted in a few days. I won't be able to see you again.
Well, I'm sure I can come and visit. Where are you going?
Malta.
Oh.
So it's probably better we don't get involved. Oh, I'm only saying that because I already have such strong feelings for you. At first I thought it was scurvy. It might actually be love.
Oh, goodness.
So I have to say goodbye.
Goodbye then, Sarah.
My landlady's out, by the way.
Oh, so you have to spend your last night at home by yourself. That's a shame. Goodbye. Oh, I see. Coming.
Archie. Archie, we don't have time to sleep on the job.
Well, you know, I've got to sleep sometime, because I'm not getting much sleep in bed, if you know what I mean.
Not more pathetic sexual posturing. It's really very wearing.
That's what Susie said.
Archie, please, I do not want to hear about some tawdry night of ugly lust.
Hey, what Susie and I did last night was a thing of beauty, almost artistic.
Yes, Guernica.
Anyway, where did you get to last night? I knocked on your door at 3 a.m.
Why did you do that?
Because I don't like you.
I was out.
Out? Where? A hot date with a chaise longue? A couple of scatter cushions?
Yeah, very funny.
For you, a furniture shop must look like a brothel.
Look, are you going to help me crack this message from Norway?
I've already done frequency analysis and all the usual tricks and come up with nothing. I've even tried cribs, using every winter sport I can think of, including curling, bobsleigh, and even luge.
Archie, do you have no pride? Hut 33 is 34th in the league table.
35th.
So there's a new hut that's already doing better than us.
It appears there's a new hut, 7B. Apparently 2 Canadians that no one knows.
Great. So we're being beaten by a couple of bear trappers on work experience.
Finally, you feel shame. Here.
Minka, we are not going to shoot ourselves.
Okay, I get you to top of league table other way.
How?
Kill everyone else.
No. Minka, there might be 1 or 2 problems with that.
I know exactly how we do. Set up machine gun, ring fire alarm, roll call, and bang, 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 bang.
Minka, I was...
Bang, 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 bang.
Minka, I was thinking more of the moral problems.
Morning, all.
Gordon?
Yes, Gordon, the man.
So you finally made the 8-limbed humped back.
Look, Archie, are we going to stand around and talk like boys, or are we going to work like men?
Well, we should probably work, but we're a bit stuck.
We need more information, but Josh won't give us anything to go on.
It's okay, fellow men. I've already got a plan. Just wait till the phone rings and all will be revealed.
Morning, all.
Josh, we need more info about this factory, or the object it was found with.
I'm sorry, I'm unable to tell you anything else.
Ah, I wonder who that could be. Oh, hello, Prime Minister.
Is that really the Prime Minister?
It can't be, there's no such person.
Well, the PM would beg to differ. He wants to talk to you, Josh.
To me? Prime Minister?
Yes, hello, I am Winston Churchill. Prime Minister of Great England.
Gosh, it's just, you sound so different to how I expected.
Well, as you know, I am played by actor on radio.
Yes, I did know that, but you sound sort of Polish and like a woman.
Sorry, I have cold, too.
Oh, you poor thing. Prime Minister, you must get plenty of rest.
No, I am very busy with the war, fighting Nazis on the beaches and other places.
Well, how can I help you, Prime Minister?
You must tell the men in Hut 33 everything you know about that message from Norway. But you must not ask for official clearance.
Oh, righto.
Thank you. Never before in a field have so many and so few, long live Poland. Great England. Goodbye.
Well, that was thoroughly inspiring stuff. Extraordinary. The PM says I have to tell you everything I know.
Shouldn't take long.
All I can tell you is Hut 7B contains what you're looking for.
Well, let's go and take a look, shall we?
There's Hut 7B.
I saw an open window round the back.
What about the guard?
I can deal with God. He's Canadian. I hate Canadian. Oh, look at me with my maple leaf and small French-speaking population.
Minka, your xenophobia is getting increasingly bizarre.
We'll have to create a distraction.
Leave it to me.
I don't think that's wise.
Don't worry, I've seen them do it on films. Good morning, Corporal.
Sir?
Did you know that Churchill's Polish?
I don't think so, sir.
And a woman.
Yeah, I really don't think so, sir. Is this some sort of mind game? Are you from counterintelligence, or are you just mental?
No. I talked to him on the phone. I mean her. It stands to reason that people are different in real life, and he did have a cold. Sorry. She?
Yeah, sir, you're scaring me. Could you move along, please?
Very well.
Now what's he doing? He's walking away from the guard, very casually, and walking towards Hut 9. Now he's gone in.
The diversion's failed. We need to...
No, wait. He's up to something. He's going to bring out one of the wrens in her bra and knickers. That's clever. Actually, that's actually a good idea. I can't believe he... Oh, my word.
Here comes Josh in bra and knickers. And he's wiggling his way towards the guard. Does anyone else feel sick?
Now, that's just wrong.
Pass us a pencil. I want to stab out my own eyes.
Well, it seems to be working.
What makes you say that?
The guard's throwing up. Okay, let's go. Great, a window.
It's bolted. Any ideas on getting through a locked window?
Is okay. I have special technique I learned in Polish resistance.
Really? Yep, that'll do it.
Right. This is what all the fuss is about.
It's a pretty sturdy case.
Oh, look, pretty picture.
It's a skull and crossbones.
I like.
It means it might be toxic.
I see. You know, Gordon, now that you are manly, I want you.
I'm sorry, Minka, but I'm spoken for.
Come on, Gordon, let's do it now, here on this case.
Look, if I may interject, there are other people here.
Then get out. Or what? I don't care.
Can you not make love on that box? We don't know what's inside.
There's only one way to find out.
Wait. It might contain poison gas.
Then, can I ask you, just stand a little nearer.
I'm going to open it.
Wait. I need to breathe through a handkerchief.
You big Nancy.
Interesting. Glass jars of clear liquid.
Don't pick them up. No, they could be volatile when shaken. Or it could be mustard gas, any number of poisonous chemicals.
Or some kind of hyper-infective lethal bacteria that could kill every living thing in a 3-mile radius.
So you've kept your talent of looking on the bright side, Gordon. You don't see a glass half empty, you see a glass possibly half full of anthrax.
Chance of death. Gordon, so manly. I am so hot.
Look, just calm down. I'm sure everything's perfectly safe as long as we don't unscrew the lid.
Well, how else are we going to find out what's inside?
Bagsy, I have sniffed.
No one's sniffing anything, all right.
If I don't unscrew the lid, we won't have enough info to crack the message.
And if you do unscrew the lid, we might not have enough life to crack the message.
This is quite a quandary. We could be unleashing something devastating, but to be honest, if we stay at the bottom of the league table, I might die of shame.
If you want to kill yourself out of shame, be my guest. In fact, I'll happily assist your suicide. In fact, I'll happily shoot you.
Hey, who's in there?
Look out, invaders.
Quick, out the window.
Hey, that's a secure area.
You can never take us alive.
Yes, they can. You at the door. I'm happy to be taken alive.
Never die.
No, Minka.
Don't throw the jar.
Oh, this is it. I'm going to die.
My only regret is that I'm going to die as well.
I'm ready to die. I've done it with a woman.
Oh, God. I've died and gone to hell.
Why are you so sure it's hell?
Because I'm next to you.
I think we're all okay. The guard's got the wrong keys.
If you'll excuse us, we're leaving.
Hold the window open.
Do you think Gordon's all right?
Probably not. I do feel a bit bad that we're just scarpered. So, no Gordon and no Josh.
That's also worrying. And he knows too much.
Josh, know too much. That'll be a first.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Gordon. How are you?
Fine. I explained to Minka that it simply wasn't going to happen between us. And she threatened to shoot herself, and then she tried to drink a whole jar of heavy water.
Heavy water?
Oh, yes. That's what the message was about.
You cracked it. Nice one.
Well, The skull and crossbones was the clue. I don't know how we missed it.
Me neither. Missed what?
The fact that the box was to be treated as toxic to be on the safe side. So I tried the German for toxic, giftig, as a crib. Ran it through and bingo. The message reads, to Field Marshal Hans Kesselbach. Warning, contains heavy water, possibly toxic. Do not drink.
I didn't know you speak German.
Good point. I can now.
It's like having sex has given you special powers. Have you tried flying?
I gave the decrypt to Hut 3 to process, but we're getting the full credit.
Excellent. Although, is there anything that could link us to the break-in?
No.
Is the room clean?
Is okay. I find witnesses and bang, 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 bang.
But we're the witnesses.
That is problem.
Look, there's no way we can be implicated in the break-in.
Greetings, Hut 33. About the break-in on Hut 7B.
Oh, dear.
Josh, you do realise that Mary wants that underwear back?
Oh, righto.
Please, don't take it off now.
So this is Hut 33, is it? The lowest of the low?
We're not the lowest anymore. We're second lowest.
Anyway, who wants to know?
Dr. Parker, this is Corporal Fowler, Secret Weapons Division.
Secret Weapons Division. Never heard of you.
There's a reason for that. Clue's in the title.
I've got the heavy water here, sir.
Put it down there, Fowler, and wait outside. Now, shut up and listen. Earlier today, your friend Josh was arrested, questioned, and briefly interned in a psychiatric unit. It was there he revealed he'd spoken to Churchill, and that Churchill was a Polish woman. And he might have remained in the secure unit indefinitely had he not mentioned Hut 7B.
Oh, nice one, Josh.
Sorry, chaps, made a bit of a bish.
Look, let's not mince words here. What's the penalty?
For treason, death.
Okay, you can mince them a bit.
Oh, come off, it was just a case of heavy water.
We don't know what the side effects are. That's why we need to conduct a week of tests on you.
Hey, you cannot do tests on us. We're not animals.
Well, you say that, but I have seen you try to eat fish.
Shut up. We are not laboratory monkeys.
Exactly. I once beat a monkey at chess. Well, I didn't lose. It was stalemate and we both ate the pieces.
I'm not really giving you any choice. We'll drop the charges for treason if you and your wives agree to a week of tests.
Wives?
Okay, whomever you are currently intimate with. We'll need to check side effects for transmission through intercourse. Do we have a problem with that?
Well,
you'll need to move fast. My girlfriend and sexual partner is on her way to Malta.
And she still is, because she isn't your sexual partner.
Sorry, there must be some mistake. We do it together. A lot.
Oh, yes. There certainly was some mistake. We questioned her before she got on the boat and found out that what you've been doing together wasn't actually sex.
What?
She described your lovemaking as, let me see, kissing, jumping up and down, fully clothed and going,
Oh, is that not how
No, it's a little more complicated than that.
Not much.
So, am I still a virgin?
Yes, Gordon, yes, you are. As for the rest of you, Minka is single.
It's true. There is no man enough for Minka.
I thought maybe you and I could...
You little boy again.
You know, Minka, I've just noticed something. You sound exactly like Winston Churchill. Quite uncanny.
Josh doesn't have a sexual partner, and I would recommend that he be prevented from reproducing. Which just leaves you two, Charles and Archie.
Excellent. Well, you know, it's a funny story about me and Susie, actually, because...
We did talk to Susie Wilson, but found she refused to sleep with you, Archie.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Susie Wilson turned you down? The Susie Wilson who's such a sure thing they call her the abacus because you can always count on Susie?
Yes, all right!
Actually, Charles does have a current sexual partner.
Really?
Yoo-hoo!
Hello, Mrs. B. So, Charles, that's where you were the other night.
Look, I have needs, okay?
Of course you do. We all do.
But what about your strict criteria, Charles? Foreign languages, musical instruments, royal connections?
Well, Mrs. Best does have some French.
Per.
And she plays the ukulele.
Used to.
And as for royal connections?
I've slept with the Prince of Wales.
So, off to the lab then. Pick up that heavy water. Josh, what are you doing?
Well, I was parched. I just had a drink.
That's the heavy water we needed for the test that you've now drunk.
Oh, I do feel a little heavy if you want to weigh me.
And we're back to the bottom of the league table.
Sorry, H33.
H33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig, with Liz Sutherland, Ben Crowe and Arnab Chanda. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.
H33 by James Carey.
So, we've finally cracked that message from the 81st Infantry. Don't know what they're doing hanging around Trondheim.
I reckon they're planning a surprise attack on Sweden.
Oh, that's terrible. You don't fight wars in December. It's very bad form.
Well, nobody's told the Japanese. Any day now they're going to invade Malaya, Burma, Hong Kong.
No, that is bad form. You can't just walk into someone else's country.
What, like we did with Malaya, Burma, Hong Kong?
Yes. No.
I've always wondered why it's okay for Britain to walk into someone else's country, but it's not okay for the Germans or Japanese.
Gordon, it's the way you invade someone else's country and occupy it. The Germans do it the wrong way. Very showy.
So, it would have been all right if they'd wiped their boots before crossing the Polish border.
Etiquette matters, Archie.
Etiquette?
Yes, Minka, etiquette, like not creeping up on people.
Why you jump when I speak? You scared of me?
Would you like us to be scared of you?
No, you are my friends. To you, I friendly Minka. Hello, Minka. Hello, H33. To Nazi, I deadly enemy. Hello, Minka. Hello, Mr. Nazi. Now you die.
Minka, careful.
Minka, did you have to slice my desk in two with a samurai sword?
In war, sometimes desks get chopped in half by samurai sword.
Morning, Josh.
Splendid news, H33.
Hitler's become a pacifist and is really, really sorry.
No.
Is it that I'm actually in a coma and this hut is an extended audiovisual hallucination?
Right. I don't know what any of those words mean.
Reichmann's prime number theory hypothesis has finally been proven?
Is that even English?
What's the news, Josh?
We've all been given 3 days' leave starting tomorrow.
Oh, great. How are we meant to have a good time when we haven't been paid for 3 weeks?
Some more good news. We'll be getting aid from the Americans.
Well, if they want help, they could try declaring war on Hitler.
Archie, you know what the Americans are like. They don't like to get involved in foreign wars.
Giving us money's just a cop-out.
Besides, as an Oxford professor of linguistics, I can't accept American money until they learn to spell.
Oh, come on, Charles.
I can give you a list of the non-negotiables, colour, honour, and get them to stop using the word faucet.
So when does this American money start coming?
Once they've done their report on our needs, there'll be plenty for everyone. So I say 3 cheers for Uncle Steve.
Sam. Uncle Sam.
Good. Well, carry on.
Good evening, Mrs. B.
All right, lads?
Lemonade, please.
Large gin and tonic.
Pint a bit, please.
No more for you, Archie, till you've paid off your tab.
Have I not explained how negative numbers work? I think you'll find I could afford a pint if you took my tab, did a square root of the minus 12 shillings and expressed it as a series of complex imaginary numbers.
Oh, imaginary numbers. Why didn't you say so? Here's your imaginary beer.
Archie, I would offer to buy you a drink if I were a completely different person and had never met you before.
Here's Minka. What'll it be?
A traditional English pint of whiskey.
Oh, dear. Drowning your sorrows.
I cannot find men who will be with me. Are men afraid of me?
Let's ask them. Boys, you scared of Minka?
No, not at all. No.
Don't worry about it, Minka. You never know who's round the corner.
I do. I have special skill. I once kill Nazi round corner with special bendy rifle.
I think she meant metaphorically.
Hush. Man round corner, about to enter.
Oh, hello. Look at him.
Tall, handsome. He has own teeth.
You should talk to him.
Good idea. Hey, you, here, now.
Say, that's quite some chat-up line you got going there.
Ah, an American. How American.
Yeah, I'm from the USA. The name's Freddie.
So, Freddie, how are you enjoying Britain?
Archie, you have to speak louder and more distinctly.
I do speak English.
Yes, but Archie doesn't. He's from Newcastle.
Hey, there's no wrong with the way I speak Irish.
Yeah, I didn't get a word of that.
No, he didn't go to Oxford, sadly.
Ooh, and you did?
Before the war, I was Professor of Linguistics at St. Sebastian's, Oxford.
Wow, do you know the king?
No, but he has played tennis with Hermann Goering.
I have not. It was squash. And it was a long time ago.
1939, September. And I believe on winning the third game, Goering said, "Please excuse me, I have to go and invade Poland."
Hey, let me get everyone a drink.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
I want whiskey.
Ooh, I can't wait to try the whiskey over here. Are we near Scotland?
No, it's miles away.
Oh, because I got a lot of money to spend on original Scottish whiskey.
Yeah, 3 miles away. We're very close, actually.
We are not.
Well, wherever it is, I really want to get there. And a whole heap of other places.
You need somewhere to stay, Freddie?
Well, I was wondering if this place had any rooms.
You may have my bed.
I don't think that would be right. I mean, where would you sleep?
Also my bed.
I just got here. Let's cool it.
It's all right, Freddie. We got some room upstairs. I just cleaned out the attic, so you can have that.
Oh, great. I get to stay in the attic of a real British pub. Wow. Did anything famous happen here?
Well, from all the mold, you'd think they discovered penicillin.
Oh, they discovered penicillin here?
Yes, they did, actually, yes.
Morning. We've just been sent a postcard from Josh.
From Josh? We only saw him yesterday.
What does it say?
I can't tell you where I am, what I'm doing here, or indeed why I'm here. Wish you were here. Then you could tell me where I am and what I'm meant to be doing. Cheerio, Josh.
So, he's at a secret location.
Sort of. The postcard's from Brighton.
Good morning.
Morning, Freddie.
Hello. Oh, you guys are being so kind to me.
You may be a capitalist nation, but you're democratic, and you don't have pompous bigots like Charles.
I like America. You invented Superman. Brilliant.
So, what's the plan for today? Souvenir hunting?
Oh, you bet. I want to get something authentically British to take back to the US.
Oh, if you want something authentically British, I could have Charles shot and stuffed.
Maybe I could show you around Oxford.
You could show me Oxford, where the words come from?
The very same. How about today?
Oh, man, I'd love that. Archie, why don't you come too?
I'd rather clear a minefield using my John Thomas.
So you are coming? Or you're not coming?
He's not coming. I'll get my car. You go and get your wallet.
Hey, what's that over there?
That is Jesus College.
No way. Jesus went to that college?
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh.
No. He went to Christchurch. Over there.
Uh-huh. And what's that?
That is the Bodleian Library, and next to it is the Radcliffe Camera.
You're telling me that building is a big camera?
Yes, it was the world's first. It was only later they made them portable and less like a building.
So you had to stand in the middle and it would take a picture?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
Man, I'd pay a lot of money for one of those original photographs.
Actually, this shop here sells originals, but they're rather expensive.
It says these photographs are 1 in 6?
Yeah, actually, that apostrophe between the 1 and the 6 stands for £100.
Wow, £106. That's That's a lot.
Yes, but if you give me your wallet, I could haggle them down to 50. See, I'm a local. He'll do me a deal.
Oh, really? That'd be great. Boy, am I glad I met you.
Yep, the feeling is very mutual.
Archie, you need to settle up this bar tab.
I cannot. I'm down to my last 2 shillings.
Why don't you take Freddie out? He seems like a soft touch.
Oh, he is easy to exploit, but there are some things I won't do.
Hi, Archie. Just got a telegram from Josh. Dear chaps, in the pub. Stop. Hello. Stop. Can't tell you more. Stop. Just letting you know I'm okay. Stop. That's it. Stop. You can stop writing now. Stop. Well, how much is this going to cost me? Stop. 2 and 6? Stop. It's per word? Stop. Oh, I see. Stop. What do you mean it keeps on going up? Stop. I need to stop saying stop? Stop?
I think we get the idea.
Hey, guys. Me and Charlie had one amazing day.
Yes, well, they don't want to hear about it.
Oh, okay. Archie, how was your day with John Thomas?
Yeah. Look, I'm sure Archie and he were very busy.
So, what did you get up to in Oxford?
Ooh, I got a picture that was taken by the original Radcliffe camera.
Did you know?
Yeah, and look, here's an Oxford blue.
Really? I had no idea an Oxford blue was just a piece of Stilton.
Well, Archie, you didn't go to Oxford.
So, Freddie, I could take you souvenir hunting tomorrow.
Really? You know, I'd really love to go to Plymouth.
Plymouth? Oh, Plymouth.
The home of Sir Francis Drake.
Sure, and it's also where the Pilgrim Fathers set sail for a new world, a new life.
And a new way of spelling.
You'll never get to Plymouth and back in a day.
Leave it with me, Freddie. Just bring your wallet and everything will be all right.
Oh, that's great. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to retire to my room. I'm worried I'm going to see Minka.
Minka, see you. You avoid me?
No. Oh, ooh, is that the time? Yeah. I really need to be getting some shut-eye. I'm really, really tired.
I scared him?
Yeah, and, well, all of us. Don't get me wrong, Minka, you're very well put together, but it's your ability to deliver lethal violence at a second's notice that's probably a bit of a turn-off.
Archie's right. It's like looking at Greta Garbo and realising she has a machete under her evening gown.
She carry machete?
No, she doesn't. I think that's partly why men like her.
I am monster.
Okay, now we're all scared.
We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Oh, hello, Minka. Didn't you come in? That's not exactly unusual, though, is it?
No, that is problem. I need your advice. Men think I'm too scary.
Well, that's just your way. I mean, we've come to love you with your Polish ways and concealed weapons.
You think these concealed weapons are a problem?
Not for everyone. I remember Baden-Powell couldn't do it unless he knew there was a Swiss Army knife under the pillow. You like to be prepared.
So, what do I do to become non-scary lady?
3 rules, really. Laugh at men's jokes.
Okay.
Don't threaten to kill them.
Right.
And don't actually kill them.
Ah.
Ah, there you are.
Josh, did you have a nice holiday?
Holiday? I wasn't on holiday.
But you sent us a postcard which said, I can't tell you where I am or what I'm doing here. I see you were lost.
Yes, I took a wrong turn somewhere between Hut 17 and Hut 33.
The postcard was from Brighton.
Yes, I did end up there at one point. And I seem to remember climbing Snowdon.
What?
Anyway, back to work tomorrow. Where's Archie?
He's in Great Yarmouth with our new American friend.
Ah, Freddie G. Roosevelt.
Roosevelt? So he's probably related to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the American president.
Oh, I thought the American president was Uncle Sam.
No.
Well, he was the perfect candidate with his stars and stripes, top hat and tailcoat.
Uncle Sam is a made-up character, like Colonel Blimp, John Bull, Peter Rabbit. Josh? Josh?
I think I need to go and lie down.
Freddie must be part of the American Lend-Lease plan, working out how much money Britain gets.
If he finds out about all those artifacts being fake...
Fake? Who said they were fake?
Well, they are!
Oh, Gordon, read Bertrand Russell and you'll find out that we have to be very careful about definitions. I mean, what is truth? What is a table? Who can really say what is fake?
I think Freddie will, especially when he receives that King Arthur's round table.
Well, we can't be sure it's a fake.
It's not even round. What if he phones his uncle and says some Brits have been taking him for a ride?
Yes, we should tell Archie. Mrs. Best, have you seen him?
Yeah, just come out in the back stairs. Oh, if you're going up, can you give Freddie this telegram?
Who is it?
It's Charles and me. It's about our friend from Houston. We have a problem.
What's this all about?
Look, can we come in? This antiques business has to stop.
Why? He doesn't suspect. He really thinks he owns the pen they used to sign the Magna Carta.
Freddie is the nephew of Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah, Polio the one that's got stars and stripes on it.
He is!
Hey, you guys, you having a party in there?
Freddie, come on in.
Hey, I got some really bad news. I gotta go home.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys. Without you, Archie, I'd never have gotten this pen they used to sign the Magna Carta.
A feather.
Is that a biro inside?
Shut up.
Ooh, this telegram came for you.
Let's see. Oh, man. When I fly home, I have to limit my luggage on the diplomatic plane. You'd think I get some perks being the nephew of the president.
You really are. I mean, you'd really think you'd get some perks being a Roosevelt.
So I'm going to have to choose, Am I going to take that original balaclava from the Crimean War? Or Churchill's first war cabinet in mahogany?
Listen, Freddie, you should use your influence to get more space and take it all with you.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I feel really bad taking all these precious artifacts out of your country.
Well, it never stopped us Brits. Look at the British Museum, packed with nicked foreign culture.
Absolutely. If you want to do something typically British, you should walk off with as much of our heritage as possible.
I got to make a few phone calls. Yeah, it's probably worth a lot, but I need to make a quick sale. Yeah?
He's on the phone to an auction house. What are we going to do? Look, I know we've had our differences, but we're going to have to work together on this.
Like the Nazi-Soviet pact?
Yes. No, bad example.
Although it was a convenient truce between sworn enemies, which eventually ended in treachery and violence.
Actually, it's quite a good example.
So, what we're going to do, if he shows all that fake stuff to an expert, we're finished.
It is not fake, per se. Have you read Bertrand Russell?
Shut up, not now.
Okay, well, see you tomorrow.
He's getting off the phone.
Goodbye.
I got an idea. Just follow my lead. But I don't know anything about antiques. Use your imagination.
Hey, guys.
Freddie, you're selling your artifacts at an auction house?
Yeah. Have you heard of Sotheby's?
Oh, you're going with Sotheby's. I see. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame. They're rubbish. Yeah, at least, I'd imagine they are.
Really? I mean, I heard they were the best.
Well, they are. What Archie meant when he said rubbish was that they can be a little pricey.
Yeah, I meant that.
Especially in comparison to a small and exclusive auction house that I know called Willoughby's.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? I mean, how do you know about this place?
Well, it's run by my brother, isn't it, Archie?
That's right. Charles has a twin brother. Imagine that. 2 Professor Charles Gardners.
He's called Charles as well?
Aye, it's a British custom. Identical twins share the same name. It saves on station. There's a war on,
Archie, could you just pop next door for me and stay there?
Fine. I've just remembered I need to pop next door and stay there. See you later.
I'll see ya. So Charles, this twin brother of yours.
Yeah, I call him James.
Okay. Well, being an identical twin, do you sometimes...
Yeah, think the same thoughts? Yes, all the time.
What's his number? Let me give him a call.
No need, no. I already have. In my mind.
Spooky. What does he say?
He says we can probably come to some sort of arrangement.
Oh, well, that's great.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work.
All right, I'll see you later.
Hello, Freddie. Sorry, I not mean to startle you.
Okay, so why are you smiling like a Canadian with 2 bear traps?
Canadian with 2 bear traps. That is joke?
Yeah.
Bear traps. I laugh flirtatiously.
Minka, make it a bit less scary. Do excuse us, Freddie. She's a work in progress.
Willoughby's Auction House.
Yeah, that's right.
Charles, I didn't know you had a brother.
I don't.
So who runs Willoughby's?
No one, Gordon. We run a fake auction.
And we just buy everything back off him using the money he paid us for it.
How much was it, if we include Sherlock Holmes's original pipe and smoking jacket?
And the signed photograph of Samuel Pepys. It's just over £1,000.
That's a lot.
We just need an actual bidder, you know, someone who we can trust not to grass on us, or we'll end up in Burma with Battleship Jacksy.
What's Battleship Jacksy?
It's a type of dysentery, you know, so called because it's less painful to have a battleship shoved up your...
Yeah, I think we get the idea, thank you. So we need a bidder for this auction, and it has to be someone that Freddie has never met.
Morning, Hut 33.
Josh!
No, Charles. No.
What's going on here? Some sort of game? We'd play one like this at Sandhurst. I'd stand in the cold shower, and every time I asked if I could come out, the chaps would say, no. Hours of fun. Apart from the time I caught pneumonia.
What are you doing this evening, Josh?
No, Charles, no. I was just going to have a quiet night in. I'm reading this fascinating book I picked up on my travels. The plot's a bit hard to follow, and there are far too many names, but I like the pictures.
Is this book called The Atlas?
Yes. By some chap called Collins. It's first class.
Josh, we have a game for you to play tonight. It's called Auctions.
Oh, sounds fun.
It's a bidding game.
Like bridge? I can play that. Excellent.
Yeah, it is like bridge, but without the cards. And from now on, you have to call me James.
Count me in, Charles.
James.
No, I'm Josh.
Yes, you are Josh, and you're our only hope.
Heaven help us.
Okay, everyone, welcome to Willoughby's Auction House, here in the saloon bar of the Rampant Horse. I'm James Gardner, the auctioneer, twin brother of Charles Gardner. You can tell us apart because I'm wearing a different jacket.
Blimey, he's a real Moriarty, master of disguise.
What's that?
Freddie, didn't see you there.
Archie, where are all the buyers?
Look, don't worry. You see that bloke on me left?
The one reading the Atlas?
That's the one. He's got a lot of money to spend, and Gordon's looking after the phone bidders.
Oh, okay, great.
Archie, remind me of the rules again.
Freddie, would you excuse us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Josh. The aim of the game is not to go beyond £1,000 or we're bust. Quite literally. All right?
Right.
Are you sure you understand?
No.
It's quite simple. It's all about bidding.
So, let's start things off with the left sideburn of William Blake. Who'll start the bidding?
2 spades.
It's customary to bid in pounds sterling.
Oh, righto.
Josh, remember what we talked about.
Oh, yes. £1,000.
Josh, what are you doing?
Do I hear 5 shillings?
Wait, he just said £1,000.
Did he? Sorry, I just couldn't believe that anyone could be that unbelievably stupid. So, left sideburn of William Blake sold for...
£2,000.
Josh, it's already yours, man. You're bidding against yourself.
Is that bad?
Sold to the man with the frontal lobotomy. No, we appear to have reached our £1,000 limit rather quickly, so that concludes the auction for today.
Hey, what's this £1,000 limit?
Did I not say? You see, we can't exceed £1,000 for tax reasons.
I'm an American citizen. I don't pay British tax.
Yes, but there are certain laws that...
Diplomatic immunity.
Good, yes, really good. We can go on then, can't we? Good, yeah, really good. We can go on then, can't we, Archie?
Except there's a fire. Everybody out.
What? There's no fire.
Well, give us a minute. Gordon, get me matches.
Look, what's going on here? I'm calling the embassy.
No. Since you're a special guest from the United States, I'm sure we can proceed.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, our next item is a genuine eye patch belonging to Admiral Horatio Nelson.
Now, Josh, wait. Don't start with £1,000 this time.
Right. Why not?
Because you've spent all the money on the first item. Start with something smaller, like 10.
Right. £10,000.
Oh, Josh!
Hot dog, I love this place.
Well, I cannot really see how that could have gone any worse.
We could have been bombed.
I think that would have been an improvement.
Thanks to Josh, we're now all Freddie £76,000.
Well, I have to say, that was great fun, although it did get a bit tricky for a while.
Tricky! You were bidding against yourself.
And thanks to you, we owe Freddie £76,000.
Oh, lummy. That seems a bit steep. I'm pretty sure I could win it all back, though. I could play him at backgammon. That's the one with the snakes and ladders, isn't it?
Hey, you must be the guy who bought all my stuff. I'll take a check if it's all the same to you.
There may be a small administrative charge for services rendered.
About £75,000.
What? Hey, what's the big idea? You limeys trying to stiff me?
No.
Well, maybe I'll call my uncle. You do know he's the president.
I do. He's Uncle Sam.
Are you crazy? My uncle's Franklin D. Roosevelt. Do you know what he could do to you guys? One phone call to Churchill and you're on the next boat to Burma.
It wasn't my idea.
What wasn't?
This fake auction, and the fake auction house, and the fake items.
Am I a fake?
Oh, sadly not. How about we return your money and pretend none of this ever happened?
You evil, cheating son of a...
There's no need for that.
Yeah, at least we showed you around Oxford and kept you away from Plymouth.
Man, if you lying little limeys think you're going to get one nickel out of Uncle Sam...
Hey, I'm not limey. I'm from Poland. And I wear a nice dress. And look, no weapons.
Yeah, well, you're still some flipped-out psycho who gets her kicks creeping up on people.
Really?
Really?
That is not the only way I get my kicks.
Really?
I also get my kicks by doing this. I kick head.
I'm not sure that's helped.
Okay, let's not panic.
Not panic, we'll be in so much trouble.
And we're going to die in Burma from Battleship Jaxie.
Two lots of bad news, I'm afraid. The doctor says Freddie's jaw's been broken in 3 places.
I'm just glad she was unarmed or we'd be sending him home in 3 diplomatic bags.
What's the other bad news?
This newswire. Some Japanese thug has attacked an old woman.
Let's see that. It says Pearl Harbor has been attacked by the Japanese. Oh. You see?
No.
Pearl Harbor is not an old woman. It's the name of the American fleet's naval base. The Japanese must have launched a surprise attack.
That's awful.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Shocking. Means we're off the hook, though, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah. The industrial might of the Americans is now officially on our side.
But what about that poor old lady? Is she going to be all right?
Yes, Josh.
Oh, good-o.
So, see you tomorrow in Hut 33.
Right-ho. Now, that's the one after...
Hut 32.
With you.
Send us a postcard.
Hut 33 starred Robert Bathurst, Tom Goodman-Hill, Olivia Colman, Lill Roughley, Alex Macqueen and Fergus Craig. Freddie was played by Arnab Chanda. It was written by James Carey. The producer was Adam Bromley.